Niners! Yeah, I know. We'll get it right in a minute. Hey, you know what? I tell you, fam, this game, Niners versus Washington team, has Vegas still confused about the 2020 Niners, who are currently favored by 3 points. I have no idea why. I mean, I sat there and I watched the Steelers struggle against that team, and I don't know, how did we get favored by 3? And I looked at more than one, and the 49ers are kind of favored. Or, unlike last week, do the wagers in Nevada have it right this week? It's hard to tell about the 49ers because we don't know which 49er team is going to show up. But anyway, we'll take your phone calls and recording your predictions for the outcome of this week 14 contest. So somebody could say later, I told you. But, you know, here's the thing, fam. And here's what I keep telling people who got trading this guy, getting rid of this guy, getting rid of this guy, go get that guy. Fam, that team was a Super Bowl juggernaut until the injuries got started. Nothing more, nothing less. There's no need to remove or replace anything. Even Dante Johnson could stay on the team if everybody else could, and they'd still steamroll the rest of the NFL. But you can't have $80 million worth of pros, and too many of them are all pro, sitting on the damn bench. Hurt. According to Coach Shanahan, Debo landed on the Niners injury report this week with a foot contusion. See, it just doesn't stop. Debo was experiencing soreness after taking a knee to his foot during last Monday night's contest against the Bills, but it's no association with the stress fracture he suffered over the summer. God, I'm surprised it isn't. Mr. Samuel's baby boy, though, was a full participant in practice earlier today. Debo is set to play against the Washington football team. You know what? This is why I even if the 49ers can't beat anybody right now, and they have plenty of good reasons, no excuses, reasons. If they don't, at least we'll have entertainment from guys like Debo and Ayuk. Who else? Most already said, look, man, this ankle ain't gonna be right the rest of the season, and I'm pretty sure that Wilson Jr. is probably feeling you don't get over high ankle sprains right away. It takes a month or two. So they're out there playing in pain. I hope man. Coach Shanahan said himself, quote, he had a real good practice yesterday, a full speed practice. So I think he recovered well, and I think he'll be good to go. It wasn't hurt because of his old injury. He just had something happen in the game, but he's good now, unquote. The bad news is this, fam. The Niners could be without 2 of their interior defensive linemen on Sunday. Why? Every week it's 2, 3, 4 guys can't play or there's playing hurt. It's just 2020 is the worst year of my life. According to Coach Shanahan Jones, DJ Jones will be ruled as doubtful today as DJ left the first half of the game against the Bills with an ankle injury. You got to laugh at this point. You got to find your sense of humor now with 2020 49ers. So according to Coach, Jones will be day-to-day. Also, Kevin Givens. Kevin Givens was doing a marvelous job covering up for DJ. A marvelous job. He'll be out this week. He just had a child. I don't know why that means he has to stay out the whole week, but I mean, well, you probably need to stay away from the 49ers if you just had a baby, but still, I mean, how do you have a baby now? I know, right? Selfish thinking. He'll miss week 14. More bad news. The bad news just keeps going and going. Emmanuel, well, yeah, that's bad news too. He's over in New Orleans. Emmanuel Mosley joins Jones as another defensive starter, was ruled as doubtful for Sunday. And if he's got a hamstring, you don't want your slot corner with a hamstring out there. But better news is this, fam. Better news. K'Wan Williams was a limited participant in practice this week and is only questionable to play in his first game since week 8. That's when our problems got started, before week 8, while working his way back from that high ankle sprain. That's our favorite injury this year. Everybody gets a high ankle sprain, even Shanahan and Salah. They both are walking around the sidelines with high ankle sprains. Tom Compton continues to suffer from that concussion, who he sustained in that walkthrough workout last week. Walkthrough workout. My question is, how fast are the 49ers walking through them workouts? The hell? See, this is what I'm saying. When you have bad luck, it just rolls, man. A walk-through workout, and you sustained a concussion. How in the hell did that happen? Compton and Horonis Grisou, and I know that's going to make Deion's already said, man, we can't get no continuity on the offensive line because ain't nobody playing together for long enough. And that's so true. Your offensive line is only as good as how much time they put in together. That's usually the bottom line. You can have 5 stars there. If they've not played together, they're not going to be worth a damn. That's just the way it works. Anyway, Grisou's out. Him and Compton. Of course, Compton wasn't really doing anything anyway. I have no problem with McKivitz playing. But, you know, what if McKivitz goes? Never mind. I don't even want to say it. Jordan Don Johnny, CBS Sports. This is somewhat of a revenge game as Washington quarterback Alex Smith was drafted number 1 overall by the 49ers back in 2005 and then was replaced by Colin Kaepernick. Since San Francisco moved on from Smith following the 2012 season, Smith has won 66% and covered 60% of his starts. After what Josh Allen did against the 49ers earlier this week, I have faith Smith can have another solid outing. I'm a bit worried about Gibson's availability, but I don't expect San Francisco to find too much success on the ground against this stout defensive line. Johnny's projected score, Washington 24, Niners 23. We had a Super Bowl team, fam. All they had to do was come out there and participate and show up. We could have lost a couple of them, but you can't lose them all. What are you going to do? I know, I'm wrapped up in sympathy now with this late in the season. It's unbelievable. This was a year we had to get it done because we was going to have every piece needed. They had all the experience they needed last year. Garoppolo could have had more time to learn the offense and get better at it. All these things came crumbling down to the ground. In 4 weeks, 5 weeks, right? First few weeks of the season. We even picked up a premier wide receiver that would have worked well in Ayuk to help Debo. You would have finally had a wide receiver room that was solid. George Kittle and Jordan Reed together. You got Trent Williams out there to replace Joe Staley. Every void had been filled. Now, here's what concerns me beyond everything else, though. During today's media conference, about this game anyway, during today's media conference, Coach Shannon was asked, what's the most challenging part about facing the Washington front and Washington football team DL Chase Young? Trent Williams said he saw a few similarities between him and what DL Nick Bosa can do on the field. Just kind of his behavior. What do you see between the two of them? As Clubber Lang said in the Rocky, when he versed Rocky, and I forget which one it was, Kyle should have just looked at it and said, pain. Kyle responded when it starts with their D-line. I think everyone knows that. It's very special D-line, and then they've got a really good scheme behind it, and the 7 guys behind it are playing very well together and playing very well tied to that D-line. That D-line reminds us of what we looked like last year. We had a fantastic D-line. That's why we kept other teams seated and we kept our guys on the field all day long. Kyle goes on to say, I agree with Trent, with what Trent said. They come from the same school and they've got a very good D-line coach there. So you see a lot of good moves and stuff that they've always coached, but also 2 different types of players. He's got a lot of speed, and it's not hard to see exactly why he was a top guy in the draft. Unquote. This year, due to the odd season, Niners are suffering. I'm providing the option of win or lose if you don't want to predict any particular score tonight, fam. At this point in the season, when you watch the 49ers continually to lose players, even with the skeleton crew we've got out there now, it makes no sense. That being established, of course, I say the 49ers will win. Because I'm not about to sit there and say they're going to lose. I can't stand it. I won't do it. Your prerogative. Just say whatever you want to do. If you want to give a digital score or anything like that, it's fine. You know. But we just, man, it's crazy. DJ Malone say, hey, Jimmy G makes Nick Mullins look like Jeff Garcia. I don't see us winning this game, to be honest. We shouldn't be paying someone $27 million a year to be injured. We should upgrade the O-line. Yeah, well, yeah, all that's true. Ah, man, we got problems. They just won't go away. And one thing about Jimmy G, and I do stand up for him because I think he's not had enough time to mature with Kyle Shanahan and for Kyle to continue to develop him. But he does get injured too much. And if that's going to be the case, he's never going to learn. Now, that is one thing I will agree with. But the thing is, with any football player, to get rid of one to get another one because of that reason, you could get another guy in here, but what if he's worse? You just never know with football. People get hurt. That's all there is to it. But some people have more luck with it than others. I understand that too. So, you know, it's just a sick thing. Serious thanks, fam. Bring on Dak Prescott. And he's sitting out with a broken foot. So, you see, that's what I'm saying. I don't even know if Prescott's even that much better. Also, Prescott comes in to learn Kyle Shanahan's offense. That's a 1-year minimum thing. 1 year before the 49ers begin to look at least as good as they did in last year's Super Bowl run. Why? Because it takes time to learn Shanahan's. He's got lots of timing routes. They've got lots of scheme. They got all kind of things that have to be comprehended before he can move quickly. This is why I am so hard on, please don't bring me a new quarterback. He's got to start from scratch, and that's going to be another year that we got to sit and watch development. I hate that. Series 11 says, hey, thanks, man. He said, Washington 34, 49ers 13. That Washington defense is not going to allow us to get 34 points, so I promise you. They are grisly. Oh, they are terrible. I watched them pulverize the Steelers, but the Steelers don't have a run game. That's why they got pulverized. But the Washington team likes to beat up on your running backs, too. Oh, my God. Are we going to the phone? Okay. Hey, Storm and Norm, come on in, fam. Norm!
Yeah. All right, I'm in here now. It's Niners all day.
No,
Y'all
you
can
sound
hear
like
me?
I feel. You know, you want some entertainment. Look at Norm. I like that mask. Norm, look at you.
Look at how our season is looking right now, y'all.
Look, Norm's even scared at his own house. Listen, because if you're a 49er fan, you need to be scared right now, fam. I'm telling you.
It's just sick to watch these Niners in 2020, man. That's just how it feels to watch them. But
It's
I
bad.
still, as a faithful, am going to tell the rest of these teams that we going in here to get this dub. You feel me? Of course, we're gonna go up
Yes,
against Washington trying to get this dub. How we gonna
damn
do
right.
it with their defensive line? I'm thinking the same way they did it against Buffalo. You know, Buffalo didn't have such a whack defensive line either. They was pretty raw.
Yeah, they was
And
all
Nick
over us.
Mullins scored 3 touchdowns, got 315 yards.
Well, then there is that. Yeah.
He has to
Uh,
get more communication with Jordan Reed. He has to
yeah,
communicate with Jordan.
please. That's twice, Norm.
That's got to happen.
That's two
That's
times
gotta
in a
happen.
row.
There was
Come
there was
on,
it
Nick.
was like there's 2 weeks in a row that you've had like last there was a game before that. There was a few games where even the game we won against the Rams, there was a few passes to Jordan Reed. He was cussing him out. I know Jordan Reed
Did
was
you see Reed on the side?
cussing.
Well, he's mad. He
Yeah,
went to the
he was
sideline
mad
still yelling
because
obscenities.
he knew that he knew he had that thing.
He
He
did.
knew he had that, but he
And
had
green grass
was
for
supposed to
days,
play.
Norm.
So it's like this communication got to be better. Like Nick Mullins gonna have to invite him to his house, barbecue him for him, play catch with him in the backyard or something. I'm saying, figure it out, something. And
They got
anyway,
plenty of time to work out now because they ain't got no
right.
place to go but outside to practice. You know?
Kevin Coleman and
Oh,
Jerick McKinnon, like they,
man. They can't play let's play. You know what I'm saying? Norm, you know what? People
This
still
Washington defense, this Washington defensive line is they
eat them up.
ready? They licking their chops right now, looking at these two guys right now. Because and with
Ah,
our offensive line right now,
ah,
Washington's defensive line is right now. They is man,
ah.
they prepared. They prepared to have a day. Um, but you know what? At the
Norm,
same time, you know what I'm
Knicks go,
thinking?
ooh, they go
Quick
get it,
passes,
Norm.
quick passes, quick passes. They got to have them do them quick passes like they did for Jimmy G against the Rams. Remember that time? Quick passes,
That's
quick
it.
passes.
They got it. I hope that's all
Let
they
them
worked
stun
on
them
all
for a
week.
little bit.
See, no, that's the
Quick,
problem with this offensive line that people don't understand. We don't go downfield enough. When the hell going downfield? You try to kill the quarterback? The quarterback's got that long to get that ball out of his hands. He waits for a route to form downfield. He will be in a body bag. Nobody understands that. We just don't have anybody who can go downfield. Man, you got to
quick
set up the
passes,
downfield
outside
shot.
zone, them zone runs, quick passes. You know, just run that offense on them, stun them one time with that off with a quick pass offense. You got the players, you got Nick Bones, he got enough confidence to where he can. And I know Jimmy G be out there he be on there out there on the sweet box like just shaking his head, looking just like this.
I know. That's him and George and everybody else. I mean, we
Still
got
got
a
a
whole
defense,
team
guys.
sitting up in that
We
booth.
still got a good defense. I mean, we got a lot of players missing. It's just a team where I'm just like, man, everybody in there, they just got to go in there and figure out what it takes to get a dub. Because, like Cal Shanahan said, we got to win out for the rest of the season in order to even
He
have
said
hope
that
for the
last
playoffs.
week though,
But it's
and we
so
was
bad.
favored
It's
last
so
week too.
we were you know, it's so bad. We're so unfavored now that they've taken us out of primetime football against the Cowboys. It's not even a
Oh,
rivalry
Norm,
party
don't
no
even
more.
mention
It's
it, man. We
over.
got flexed.
Why you think? Why do you think I have this mask on?
Norm says I'll be in a bag and a mask next week. Norm, man, I tell you, we weren't supposed to get flexed this year. We were supposed to be the prime time babies this year.
Nah,
Oh.
we just the babies. We just the babies right now.
Jeez.
We still
But
going
you know,
we
it's
gotta be
Dallas's
competitive.
fault
We gotta
too.
be spoilers. We're gonna have to be spoilers, man. We have to turn into a bunch of spoiler teams, man. I think that's what it's turning into this year. It's just man, I'm on that. Well, what'd you have to do in 2021? Because this year is
No, if we just beat the Hawks and Cowboys, I don't even Cardinals. I don't have
um,
any hate for them for some reason. If we just beat the Hawks and the Cowboys, and in this season, Norm, I will be the most grateful man in the Niner Empire.
right. I mean, we swept the Rams at least, and got some good feels for the rookie. You know, you got a rookie of the year candidate in Brandon Ayuk. I mean, I'm
Mm,
telling you.
yeah,
And you know, we showing that. I mean, even with the players we got, John Lynch is still picking good players. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He still
yeah.
got that good eye for good talent out there. You know, we just got to keep faith that this revenge tour is just not going. Y'all thought the revenge tour was
It's
going
on
to last a
hold.
year, right?
Yeah.
No, the revenge tour continues just like the Quest for Six. The revenge is just
You know,
get used
if
to
we
it,
play the
guys.
Chiefs, Norm, don't you hope that this team gets somehow it gets fortified and fully healthy, and they put the Chiefs on our schedule? Oh, I want to play the Chiefs again with a full healthy squad.
It's we ain't even taking the AFC West next year, so it's over. So that
Oh,
ain't no even.
dang it,
We taking
Norm.
on the AFC. I think it's the AFC South we taking on this year,
Damn.
next year.
Anyway, Norm,
Jaguars and all that.
Norm, give me your score,
Prediction.
fam. Yes.
I got a prediction. Is right. I got a prediction. Nick Mullins 2 touchdowns and and the defense gets 4 sacks,
Oh,
4 sacks
I like
and a
that.
pick and a
Yes.
pick.
Hey, you got Deion Jordan coming off the side because
And
we'd have
Mostert.
ran a defensive lineman. Maybe.
And I predict that that the running backs we get 2 rushing touchdowns.
All right. There you go. No, did we get that Norman score down?
That ain't no
Norman,
score.
just win. Win
Do
versus
the
lose.
math. Just do the
Yeah.
yeah. I'm just going about
Oh,
win.
do
Just
the math.
go out there and win.
All
Go out
right.
there and win. Play good. I'm not predicting no
Yeah, I
more scores.
got you other. And we do win. You come in
Go out there and get that dub.
and review that. All right.
Go out there and get that dub straight up. It's Niners all day.
Appreciate you, Norm. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Remember, as I said, in Norm takes the option I mentioned earlier, you need not give a score if you don't want to. It's win or lose. And you break it down like you think it's going to happen, like Norm did. Norm's got 4 sacks on the 49ers defensive line. If we get 3 sacks, I'll be jumping up and down. Oh, my God. Nick Mullins for 3 TDs. Oh, Jay. Come on in, Jay.
What up, Ronbo? How you doing?
Oh, Jay, man, I was sitting here feeling sorry for myself and everybody, all of us, to support the red and gold. Sitting up here in week 14 talking about 5 wins. Norm, Jay, whoa, what the hell happened? My God.
Playoffs.
You know, that word, I got corrected and got B-slapped. I said a few weeks ago, I said, man, I don't even want to go to the playoffs, man. This season's over, right? And Sean called in, told me to hold up one hand, shake it all around. Now slap yourself. He said, listen, if the 49ers make the playoffs, be grateful. It's because it was hard. That means they would have to work harder than everybody in the NFC. He was right, but I don't, Jay, the embarrassment, it worries me. We be looking like the Seahawks, going in there like, yeah, here we come, the mighty Hawks. Boom, there they go, sitting down after the first round.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't trying to win no more games. Ain't no reason to. For what? More victories? No. I'm not trying to make us in a worse position in the draft. Look, I'm in draft mode time. You know what I mean? We need development from the young players right now, and move
and see who's who.
High up that draft. And move high up that draft, bro. Because I'm telling you this, we getting a new quarterback. We not getting a veteran because we tight on salary. We need to save every dollar we got. We got Fred Warner,
can't afford one anyway,
and so many others. Yeah, you know what I mean. So, and a rookie, Kyle Shanahan, this is gonna be his first time in a year he was able to go pick out his quarterback.
No he started in 2017. He picked out his quarterback. Remember?
Who?
CJ.
Don't say.
They drafted up to get him.
I'm talking about a first round quarterback.
Well,
you know what I mean? I'm talking about somebody.
If they get a quarterback
coming out of college with some talent,
you know Kyle's not gonna get a quarterback in the first round. Jay, and you know better. He ain't gonna do it.
Why not?
He ain't gonna.
I'm telling you,
you know what?
He already sees that he's holding this team back.
Jay, you know it's a danger of drafting a quarterback in the first round. Guys like
ain't
Mitchell,
no danger. It's in
Trubisky.
It's in your mind. It's in your mindset. Look, every quarterback in the NFL had to come out the draft sooner or later.
Yeah, but not necessarily in the first round. Some of the best quarterbacks in the NFL come out of the later rounds than first. Some of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL come out of the first round. You got a few, but the majority of them nosedive. That's just statistically true.
Not lately, though. Not lately. Not over the last 5 years.
How did you feel about
first-round quarterbacks?
How did you feel about Marcus Mariota and Jameis Winston? They said they was going to be the blue chips. They was going to be battles for years. You know, I said, they did look good in college, didn't they? All of them look good in college. This is what I'm saying. Some guys are meant for the NFL, some ain't. It's a shot in the dark. You get lucky. You know, it's just the way it is.
Yeah, but Marcus ain't look too good. He was just a scrambler. You know, he was with that high-power offense. And Jameis.
Didn't he go number 2 in the draft?
They were the best ones available in that draft. I mean, then you got to realize what coach they went to.
Yeah, right.
You know,
there's any number of reasons. There's all kinds of reasons. But at any rate, he ain't coming into Kyle Shanahan's offense and dominating. He's going to have to learn. So some dude I was arguing with on Twitter, like I do every day with Jimmy Haters, he says, we're going to get the dude from the Miami Dolphins, we're going to get him to come in and bridge, and then the quarterback's going to learn from him, and he'll come in the next year. I said, man, look, don't nobody, that dude, what's the dude's name in Miami? This in subbing for
Fitzpatrick.
If it's Fitz don't know, he don't know a 1% of Kyle Shanahan's offense. So what do you got? The blind leading the blind. That'll work. So you just throw away the 21-21 season. Kittle's out there all pissed off. So is Debo and Ayuk and everybody else on the team that says, look, man, we ain't going nowhere with this quarterback, coach. What did you do? That boy is going to have to learn. And in the meanwhile, we done won 2 games here in week 8. It doesn't make any sense, Jay. You could draft a quarterback. You could draft a quarterback, but for the love of God, you leave Jimmy there this year and let this dude learn and let him segue in like Mahomes did with Alex Smith. And
unless Jimmy taking a pay cut, he's not coming back.
Maybe, but give the team a chance to win. We didn't lose games last week. We didn't lose games last year because of Garoppolo.
We too hyped on Matt Ryan MVP his second season. So we think every quarterback is going to need a whole 2 years to learn Kyle Shanahan offense. That's not true. You know what I mean? Some quarterbacks, some people just smart enough to come in here and get it. Like Brandon Ayuk. He ain't need a half a season like Debo did last
He ain't the quarterback.
He can't. But I'm just saying, he came in. But I'm just saying, everybody say the receivers. Everybody. Like last year, Brandon Ayuk Debo came in starting slow. You know what I mean? Brandon Ayuk came in there. He missed half the all season. A couple of first games that came in here running.
It's a tough offense, Jay. That quarterback may come in that you're drafting be worse. You can't know. This is the way it is.
Kyle gonna do it like this: do the slant pattern, run the screen, do a reverse handoff to Debo. Do the Jimmy G game, and we're going to get out of here and win, run the ball with a young quarterback. And take your shots deep, because I know you got more accuracy than Jimmy G throwing deep.
If the offensive line is capable of protecting for more than 1.5 seconds, there's that issue too. That's what I'm saying. There's so many issues. And that's what I'm saying. You bring a new kid in, that offensive line looks like it does now. He gets killed. He's now ruined. Jay, but I do support getting another quarterback. But I want Jimmy there for him to train under.
It's so many issues going in the next year. What better time than now to bring in a rookie quarterback? Why? Yeah. You know what I mean? Why wait till you build up the team?
I've already agreed with that. I fully agree. Bring him in, but Jesus Christ, let Jimmy stay there until that kid's ready. That's the way you keep a potential Super Bowl team. At least you give them a shot to go back next year.
I mean, in a perfect world, that would be right. But we need that money.
Yeah. Well, we got 30 dudes that can go next year. We don't need 15 of them.
Oh yeah.
So Jay, we got to go. We're wearing the clock out. You know how I'd love to stay here for an hour though, because I like arguing with you.
All right. Well, Jay, I got the dead skin 26-20.
You know what? If we get 20 points, I'll be delighted. That defense is grisly. All right, Jay, I got you recorded. I'm gonna see you after the game.
Oh yeah. Have a blessed week, faithful. Love y'all much. Always faithful to the heart.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, not again. Let's get it.
Be careful out there, Jay. Talk to you later.
Already, have a blessing.
You too, fam. Shay Lewis. Come on in, Shay.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
Terrible things, man. Last year, this time, every game we went into, I knew we was going to win it. This year, I'm saying, oh, man, let's don't embarrass us, guys. Every week for weeks. Can't wait till the season's over. But it's football, and you can't live without football. And it's just, Shay, you say you can't live with it and can't live without it. But, Shay, your observations on what's going to happen with Washington, and give us a chance, give us your reasons for whatever your decision's been as to what's going to happen.
Well, Ronbo, I was just watching the game, the Bills game again, and to be honest, man, that game is closer than people actually think. To be truthfully honest, Ronbo, remember it came down to like 4 to 5 big plays. One of it being the Fred Warner interception, but we got the penalty, the Katavius Street roughing the passer that could have been a stop.
Yep.
I mean, you have a lot of plays, especially like the Nick Mullins tip batted. I mean, if he put the ball a little bit better and it didn't hit off the hands of Ayuk, who was having a great game, it could have been a different story. It said Micah Hyde got an interception. That was technically like a 10-point swing, so that took the momentum, and the defense was right back on the field. So, I mean, we were in the game, just a lot of big mistakes, big penalties. I mean, you had Mullins had the false start on the QB sneak. If we got the touchdown there, we're probably thinking about it. It could be a better, closer game. So
what was going on with
these little intricate details? I don't know. If he placed the ball outside of KD though better, he had a better target on the outside shoulder, it would have been a touchdown because KD would have just reached out and then leaned in. It would have been a touchdown. But he put it inside, so you have to come back to it and then allowed Tre'Davious White, whoever the cornerback was, to get sacked. But I'm focused on this year. Listen, Ronbo, I honestly don't believe Jimmy's not going to be back next year. I mean, just because Trent Williams is up for an extension. I mean, listen, I don't have any credible sources, but the words around, or what is it, the word on the street or the words in the grapevine or whatever you call it, is like I think they're about to sign him for long term, like right now, actually. Not even before the season ends. So, because, I mean, John Lynch has already been talking about he's their main priority. So, I mean, signing Trent, then signing Warner, I just don't understand how you're going to keep Jimmy's contract. I understand D Ford will free up him and Richburg coming off, but then we got to get a center. I mean, and again, like, I'm focused on this year. I've already been working on my draft board, looking at prospects, but I mean, let's just focus on this year. Rombo, for a short answer, I think the Niners are pretty much already kind of out of the playoffs. I mean, to be honest, like I said earlier, a couple weeks ago, go out there, fight. I mean, if you win, you win. If you lose, I would hope you would lose so we can get a better draft pick. But if you fight and just look competitive and lose, it looks better that way. At least, it shows effort. Like I said, the Bills was a competitive game until 7 or 6 big key plays that ended up swinging the pendulum to the Bills side. But other than that, it was a good game. I mean, but this game, focus on the Redskins.
Shay, it was really bad because, we had 0 pass rush. I'm watching. You know what? Josh Allen, he's okay. People are thinking he's great now because of what he did against the 49ers. If I had Nick Mullins, Jimmy G, and George Kittle, 49ers win that game. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
So,
I wouldn't argue that, Ronbo. I mean, I think Josh Allen, if we had Bosa and, because the pressure would have been a lot more significant and we'd have been able to contain Josh Allen. But, Ronbo, there were 6 throws.
And even though people think Jimmy G is trash, he would have hit a little more often than Mullins, and we win that game. See, this is why I'm saying.
Mullins, so I think Jimmy would have hit that outside throw. There's no doubt about that. He would have put it to the outside shoulder. That would have been an easy, quick touchdown. He would have better played Brandon Ayuk for that slant. Yeah, he would have missed Jordan Reed. He would have missed Brandon Ayuk. But again, that's the inconsistency with Nick Mullins. Is like he has some decent throws and then he has bad throws. But you're right. There's no doubt in my mind. I honestly feel wrong. But if we had Bosa, Kittle, and Jimmy out there, there's no doubt I think we win the game. But just looking at Josh Allen, yes, you're right. We had no pass rush, but he had 6 throws outside the pocket, Ronbo, and 4 of them were key critical throws that extended the drive on an already sluggish defense. Let's be real here. You got to watch Josh. Any offense.
You got to watch Josh against Tennessee. He gets pressured and he becomes Josh Allen. He's had a good year though. He's done very well compared to last year. But he's a third-year quarterback and he should be improving. But he's.
I think he's improving a lot more than his first 2 years. He had a really bad turnover rate. But no, Ronbo, yeah. So against the Redskins, listen, Mullins, if we're down 10 or 7, you could already scrap the game. I don't have no faith in Mullins down 10. If we're on schedule, we move the ball down the field on Redskins. Yes, I think we have a chance to win. I still think Alex Smith is doing his job, but I don't think Alex Smith is a world beater. He's not. I would take Josh Allen and over Alex Smith in a heartbeat, right? He's not a world beater. So I do think the 49ers defense can make a resurgence or rally up from the last game and improve this game and show that, hey man, we're still a top defense even though we have all these injuries. Because like you said, Romo, this is still a Super Bowl winning roster. We just have so many injuries. Don't get it twisted. Yes, we lost Defoe and we lost Emmanuel Sanders. But remember, we brought back 20 of the 22 personnel that started in that Super Bowl last year. So the same guys are still going to carry over to next year, right? So we still have a majority of the main bulk of the pieces, probably besides without Defoe. But we got him in Javon, and Javon looks promising. Let's be real. Without him, without any, I mean, Armstead is doing decent. He's not really making his money as we wanted him to be, or he's not proving what he was last year. But he's still, I mean, Terry Hyder is the best DM we have right now.
Yeah,
but Javon, for what he's asked to do as a rookie, is looking good, man. I'm not gonna lie.
You gotta put him back inside. Eric Armstead's not an outside guy, and he's been playing out there too much all season long. So you got to put him back. I understand he might play inside this game. Man, let's see what he looks like.
Yeah. I just don't know who we're going to put out there, across from Hyder if we move Armstead in. I think that's the only reason why he's been out there, because he gives us the best pass rush while we have DJ Jones on the inside too. You know what I mean?
You got Deion Jordan. I think they're going to put him out there. They have to now. They don't have any choice.
Yeah. You have So,
fam, but Shay, we got you down for what was your score? Did you say win or lose, or you use the score?
I'm gonna say 2017. I mean, I'm gonna be 2017. It could go either way. I think it's gonna be either a Dustin Hawkins field goal or a Robbie Gold field goal to win the game, either or. But Ronbo, real quick though, for the line you're talking about, I think why Armstead's been out there so much is I think DJ Jones is a better pass rusher than DeAndre Jordan is, right? I would have DJ Jones at D tackle and Kinlaw at D tackle. That's why you see Armstead out there a lot instead of having DeAndre Jordan in at end and then having Armstead take out DJ Jones. You know what I mean? So I think that's why you see a lot of Armstead at the edge, but. Whatever. All right, Ronbo. Good talking to you, brother, as always. Shout out to my stinky guys. It is a sad thing.
We'll see what happens.
Just got to heal up and pray for next year, brother. Take it easy, Ronbo.
To hurry up,
I'll be calling you Saturday, Sunday.
All right.
Exactly. All right, Ronbo. Take it easy, bro.
You too. Oh, God. And Sarah's Love says, I think Jimmy's injuries have mentally scarred. Yeah, he's... I don't know if he's that fragile. I just think that, man, he spent way too much time on the bench or in injuries. B-Ham!
Rum Beezy!
Man, I can tell you're out on the road, man. What's up?
Yeah, baby boy.
Man, we're sitting there thinking about the Washington team. You know, B-Ham, the Washington game was supposed to be a break. By the time we got here, we were supposed to be like maybe we'll have maybe lost 2 games on the year, maybe. And we was gonna win this Washington game, and we was gonna have no problem. We're coming to the Washington game this year talking about, man, that Washington team looks damn good, man. I'll tell you what, this is gonna be close. BM, what are you thinking?
Ronbo, I don't know if I'm going in or out or not. Only thing I can say, Ronbo, if you can hear me,
I can hear you.
There's always next year, man.
They can't get here fast enough. COVID will probably be under control. The guys will go in and train properly so they don't get injured. And then they can go out there and please play some normal 49er football, especially for this team. Jesus.
At this point, Ronbo, it's always next year, my boy. I was listening to them dudes, man, Ronbo. I don't want them to do nothing but get this man an offensive line where he won't be under duress when he say hike. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time with Jimmy, even with Nick Mullins, man, when they say hike, they so worried that
you see it in their face.
Get their thoughts put on their headrest, Ronbo. They thinking they finna get their thoughts put on their headrest.
And they're right.
So they antsy. They antsy.
Did you see
Nick?
What
I'm saying?
BM, you see Nick at that quarterback sneak? I've never seen a quarterback do that before. His feet would just dance up and down. He didn't even know that was happening. He was so scared.
A false start on the quarter. I never seen a false start on the quarterback. Hey, look, man. It's like this, Ronbo, man. I look at the news, I look at the app, and next thing I hear, we got somebody else hurt. So I'm on the way to California, man. I called Shanahan and told him to pull me out of the number. I'm on the way up there to suit up, man. You might see me out there running a couple plays this weekend, baby.
You got to go to Arizona, B-Ham. You won't see the 49ers in California. You got to stop in Arizona.
Hey, whatever's clever, man. But, man, look, man. Listen, man, I'm with the other guy. We need to lose
but we need to lose in a good fashion. We don't need to just look like
Don't
we
get
went out there
embarrassed.
and blew it.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get embarrassed. We need to beat the Cowboys, though.
Oh,
I don't even really care about beating the Hawks this year. We
you know
need
what?
to beat the Cowboys
It's
because
funny.
the Cowboys is just piss-po terrible. So
And
we
yes.
need to beat them.
Because they'll never get through talking about us, BM. We lose the Cowboys, we can't show up on social media, or all them a-holes
No, we can't.
running around waiting for us. Yeah, you guys lost to the Cowboys.
No.
Everybody beats the Cowboys
Hey,
except the 49ers.
I can lose to the Hawks.
Whoa.
I can lose to the Hawks. I can even lose to them other birds we got, but you see, they not looking all that hot neither. Why?
I know.
Why everybody is in here talking now, Ronbo? Because it's a lot of faithful. Like we need to get us another quarterback. Look at Kyler Murray with no line.
Hey, people don't understand. Quarterbacks can't fight. Well, if he was mobile, what does that mean? That he can run faster trying to get away from pressure? You've got to provide some kind of protection for your quarterback. Russell Wilson's the only guy I've ever seen that has absolutely no offensive line, and he still manages to produce. But he used to have a great running game, too. He still does, actually.
You know why? You know why? Because he trusts his players to be where they need to be.
That's true, too.
He knows
And it takes
who he can get
years.
the ball to. It takes time. The one thing about it, we got to play together. I don't know. Hey, we just need to get the key pieces that we need.
Yeah.
I pray that we don't draft defense first. We got defense. We can stop people.
Get offensive linemen. Get the defense just needs to get healthy. You can't draft anymore because it doesn't matter. They're going to get hurt anyway. So just get a couple of quality offensive linemen. I want a first-round offensive lineman because that is the only way. Because everybody's going to draft the quarterback. What's he going to do? He's going to run like everybody else and look like Nick Mullins about to pee on himself out there, the same as everybody else with 270-pound, 300-pound guys coming at him 100 miles an hour unscathed. So I'm saying, man, we got to get an offensive lineman this year. I don't know who they're going to get in the first round. We ain't got no cornerbacks either, BM.
Hey, listen. I would rather not have cornerbacks. We need somebody that's going to protect the money, man.
Yeah.
Just like everybody is complaining about how much money Jimmy G is making. But ain't nobody talking about wanting to go out there and protect him. You know what I'm saying?
That's
you
why his
gotta
ankle's
protect
jacked
the money.
up. That was a hit from a guy
gotta
who escaped
protect the
through
money.
the front line. Exactly.
You got to protect the money, man. You protect the money. Our defense is playing their ass off, Ronbo. They do every week.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason we're not winning games is because they stay on the field too long.
Yep.
You got to protect the money, bro.
Yep. I agree.
And I believe this, man. Like I say, we got to when it comes to our backup players, we need 53 starters, man.
Understand
we don't have 53 starters. We got the 46 and the other. You know what I'm saying? No, man.
They're good players, but they're not front line guys. They're there to replace guys for a short period of time. But yeah, we gotta go, fam. I'll see you after the game, and maybe we may pull off a miracle. BM, you got a score for this, or just win or lose?
Oh man, I think we can whoop Alex. It's gonna be a defensive battle, if you ask me. I think our defense is still a little bit more sound than theirs. Or we might even scheme a little bit better than them.
Gonna have to.
I'm going to just say 17-14 if we lose or if we win, either way.
Right, that makes it covered all the bases with that, BM. BM! I like it. All right, BM. We're going to go.
All right, man. I'll catch up with you, man. Be safe, bro.
I hope you win this bet, too, for the 49ers, 17-14. All right, fam. Be careful out there. Be here. All right.
All right, man. Peace.
Oh, God. Wouldn't it be funny, though, if the 49ers did muscle up and somehow come up with a little bit of a pass rush? God, I'd be so excited. And just for that reason alone, I wouldn't even pay attention to the offense. Derek! Derek.
Ronbo, I'm here.
Derek, we're going through our pregame ritual. It's lost a lot of its magnitude from what it was, but as 49er fans, we still gotta believe. And I do believe we're in trouble, but I still believe we can actually win.
It's okay to be realistic, Ronbo, but in the same token, looking to the future, the fact of the matter is we're not dead yet,
No.
So until we're there, exactly. So, and the next two, Washington does have a pretty tough defense.
Ooh,
but
man.
Quarterback, I think we have the advantage. I'm gonna go on a limb and trust Nick Mullins with this game
over Alex Smith.
He's a check down master. I mean, he'll kill you, and he's gonna do what's necessary. He won't wow you, but Alex Smith can do what's necessary to win.
You know how badly he wants to beat us too, right? I mean, Smith as soon as Smith found out that 49ers, Smith.
Ron, but there's a lot that we need to do to win this match. For starters, we need to move Eric Armstead back to the inside.
Right.
He's no good to us on the outside. They just even if they run to his side, he's not going to catch anybody, man.
No,
they run around him every time.
Or else he just misses the play completely. You're right. He's just not an outside guy,
Yeah, and why do you think people always roll, like when quarterbacks want to roll to the right? They roll right over there. They walk right over there every time. Look at what Josh Allen did. He wasn't running. He was walking. He was sidestep. He was crab walking, and then he threw the ball. So I don't know. Put him on the inside.
I know. That's what
I think that's just they don't respect his speed on the edge.
Well, he's not that kind of agility. He's
that's
a
what
guy
I mean. He's not going to catch anybody
up the middle. Yeah.
I mean, because Josh Allen has a cannon, so by the time you get there, it's gone.
Too late.
And I want to follow up and piggyback off of what Shay said, Ronbo. It was a lot of missed opportunities in that Bills game.
Oh.
We got on the field. We were hot. We stopped them. Then they stopped us. Then Deion Jordan, another missed opportunity. He hit Allen hard, and that fumble, we could have recovered it. We could have made a late push to do something. But I think a lot of this is going to fall on Shanahan's play calling as well. I'm putting some of this on him because Nick Mullins.
I'm going to amplify that for a minute with you. You know what? Here's the thing about Kyle. He calls plays sometimes that it seems they're completely incapable of executing on. Now, I figure in practice they must demonstrate that they can. And when the game starts, all of a sudden, that's what happens when you have your second line players, I guess.
Ramba, another thing that I wanted to touch on, with Shanahan and his play calling, it has to be, I don't think he caters to, he knows what his quarterback's strengths are.
I hope.
And one thing that Nick Mullins is particularly good at is going up tempo. We didn't do that until the game was over, Ronbo.
Somebody else said that.
Damn,
too.
we were just about out. Think about he kind of did it with CJ earlier in the season too when that game was over and he pulled Nick. We went right down the field and scored. They weren't able to tee off on us or get in a rhythm.
And that helps the offensive line. You're right.
Exactly. And I just don't, hit them with a play action here, there, get them on their heel. I don't understand why it's so casual almost. If the run isn't there, it's just like he's lost almost. I don't understand it.
But Derek, you know what Shanahan likes to do? He likes to feel the defense of the opposing team out for a few plays. And that's what always – Kyle, you watch film on these guys. I guess Kyle's waiting to see what they're bringing today as opposed to what he saw on film. And then he starts to draw plays that suddenly work. It's too late, I know.
They're going to kill our quarterback. Well, Ronbo, the reason I say that too is more of to get them off balance. Kyle knows how to get people off balance.
Yeah.
And one of the ways is to speed it up, even if you hurry to the line and then slow down. Don't let them just do what they want. Because our O-line, it's proven. Why do people think Jimmy looks the way he looks now? He gets crushed. Nick Mullins got blasted at the beginning of that Bills game.
That high ankle sprain. Remember that Jets game? That guy shot through the line like a bullet and landed. And I said, oh, man, look at that. And, of course, Garoppolo comes up hobbled. And now all of a sudden he's a terrible quarterback. And I said, oh, man, come on, man. I
wonder how he got a bad ankle. But I think there's more to look at in the draft. There was a kid I brought up to you out of Notre Dame, Ian Book. Yeah. I think he'd be good to come in and sit and learn the playbook. Yeah. And I don't think Jimmy's contract is – I don't think he's out of the question as far as renegotiating the contract.
Nah, I really sincerely believe he'll be ready to do that anyway. He doesn't want to play with a bunch of flakes. If it helps.
I think he learned that from Tom, too. Exactly. He took a pay cut for a long time. So I wouldn't count the man out. And, he got us there once. If he's willing to keep the people around him, we'll see him next year. If not, we'll have to find something else out. Yeah.
Because I say I don't have a problem bringing in a new young quarterback, but I said, you know what? Don't tell me that kid's going to come in here and take a Super Bowl ready team to the Super Bowl. So I said, bring him in, let him learn. Jimmy ends up getting hurt anyway. When that opportunity comes, let's see what we got here. Because for all intents and purposes, Derek, it's a shot in the dark to see a kid come out of the draft.
Yeah,
he looks dazzling in the college ranks.
I think that's scary, Ronbo.
Yeah,
but
he's not.
Even if you keep Nick Mullins to segue or something, but you still have to address the O-line, Ronbo, and that's what I'm going to leave you with. That doesn't change anything.
Oh, it's so
what happens if we get a scrambler and he can't get out all the time? Yeah. The O-line's going to have to hold at some point in time.
In an NFL fashion, and he doesn't want to play anymore.
They can't get through every play, Ronbo. They can't get through every play. Not every play. So, Anyway, all right, Ronbo.
Derek, you got to
keep it rolling, man. Good to see you back.
I'm through leaving, too. I'll be here for the rest of the season. Hey, Derek, you got a score?
Damn, give me a W, Ronbo.
You don't have to. A W or an L, whichever one you want.
Damn, I'm calling this close, Ronbo. 24-21, us.
All right.
Damn it, we ain't dead till we're dead. So.
That's right. The fat lady.
Yeah.
No, well, she's been singing for like a few weeks, but anyway, we're not dead.
She's drinking water, Ronbo. She's getting ready, but she ain't sung yet. So, have a good night now.
You too, Derek. Night. Oh, God. Hey, Mr. Block Guys, 2-2. Thank you, fam, for that contribution. He said the O-line and our D-line overall is our main problem. Jimmy G is my quarterback. No O-line helping him. Armstead, restructure your contract, bro. Just win. Armstead's got it. But you know what? We got guys that are, man, he's got to be put back where he was fruitful. Nick's got to come back. It's like Salah says, last year, Armstead was one-on-one with most people. Most guys aren't going to beat Armstead one-on-one. But if you know the most dangerous guy in the 49ers defensive line is Eric Armstead, you're going to double team him. He's not going to win. Elliot!
Ron, my dude. Bo, how are you, my brother?
Oh, man, I wish I could run the clock back to this time next year when I was nothing but all smiles. Elliot, we was whooping everybody's butt. You know? Remember that game against the Seahawks? We had that fool on the 1-yard line, and Dre Greenlaw drove his Hawks uniform butt back across the line. Niners win. Go to the wild card, you sorry, but that was just a wonderful day, wasn't it?
Let's keep. And you know what? The past is the past. The present is the present. All I'm gonna say is this: whatever happened to all those fans last year that we had? That was we 13-3 because we got Jimmy G.
Oh, they got over that.
Where they go?
They got over
Where
that.
They go?
They got over that. As soon as that Super Bowl's over,
they
they
don't
was
call
done with
in
that.
no more.
Yeah.
You know what those are to me? Bandwagon riders. Our fans need to do better. We can't just go, oh, well, he had a bad year. Oh,
Get rid of him.
13-3 because we had Jimmy G. What happened to y'all? Come back. Don't leave us. Don't leave us. Because that's what you're doing. You're leaving us. You're selling it. You're selling your own team out. You know. And if you don't understand that part, then what part of football are you watching? I listened to another guy say the right things, which was, let's draft some. And like you've been saying, it don't matter who we got back there. If the dude ain't got time to throw, it don't matter if we got Tom Brady, Rodgers. Anybody you want to think of that's a top tier, my homie, our homie, or my homie, whatever you want to call him, he's not going to be productive. So all I'm saying is, like, come on, man, let's actually act like we got a brain and understand what the prognosis of what's really going on, which is my man ain't got time to throw. And somebody brought it up. What I wanted to say was, man, when you ain't filling your line, you answer. You answer like you
That's
just
the
try to
people that
get the
never played.
ball out.
Ain't never got hit. Even at the high school level, if you get blindsided, that stings.
Oh,
you get
man.
up with your trying to see in stars. Man, you can't get hit like that over and over. Oh,
Bruh, I was a fullback running back in high school. It didn't matter what I was doing out there on that field. If that line didn't do what they was supposed to do, when I got the ball, it was all kind of trouble, and we wasn't going nowhere far. And then that's down to I played with the guy Chester Taylor. That was my running back. It was in the NFL. He played for Minnesota. He was a dude who got replaced by your man's that's out there in Detroit now. I can't think of his name. He's such a great running back.
Detroit.
Yeah, he's a runner.
Detroit.
The dude,
Detroit.
Minnesota. What was Minnesota's running back? That was I don't know why I can't think of his name right now. He got cut by Washington. He went to, the Saints. He got cut by Washington. He ended up in Detroit. He's all Peterson. Adrian Peterson.
Oh,
the year before Peterson came. Yes, the year before Adrian Peterson came, he put up 1,100 yards. Then he went to Chicago and put up yards. He was a backup for Jamal Lewis. That was in out there in the Ray Baltimore, where it was probably something different than Baltimore back then. But he was his backup. He made it to the league, and listen, I understand this dude our line, they wasn't blocking. He wasn't doing nothing, okay? The next thing you know, they all of a sudden after 5 games, they got together. We started blocking. We had a gut check for the whole team, and that boy ended up in college, and he ended up in the pros. He ended up, the best thing that ever happened to him is I quit.
See,
you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But because it gave him the ball. He gave him the ball. Now he got the ball. They didn't know what to do with us. But with me back there and him back there, because I was a big bruising type of running back who I ran the ball differently than what he was. But when I left, that he took off. Do you hear me? Took off 5 games, put up 1,200 yards in 5 games. Shot to college, became the Toledo Rocket, and then he went to the pros. So all I'm saying is this, man. I know the game, man. I know the game, and what I can tell you is it didn't matter. It didn't matter what we was doing. It didn't matter what we was doing because I was putting up yards. I was number one running back fullback in Michigan at that time.
All right.
You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. But I was just bigger than him. He was a little smaller. The line wasn't blocking. When they line started blocking, he took off. He was a whole different. And I was wondering, what the hell happened to you when I was playing, bro? What the hell? But at the end of the day, I know we got to keep it sweet and short. At the end of the day, man, let's just get an offensive line that is going to protect the money. Like my man said, protect the money. And and thank you, whoever that caller was that got to talking about Ian Book. Yes. Yeah. Let him sit down. You know what the difference would be, Ronbo? With him and any other quarterback, he's agile. So we can do is roll him out.
And Kyle's probably noticed these guys, but like I said, let him come in and learn. Don't give him the ball right away. That's the way to ruin a kid right from the top, you know?
Oh my God. Especially if you ain't got no line, man. Come on. We got better run blockers than pass blockers. And that's what we gotta understand.
I can't imagine the 49ers going another year without not addressing that offensive line. But fam, Ellie, what do you got for a score? Because we're out of time. What do you got? Hey, how's Tyel? Is he okay now?
Oh, he back. He's better. He's running crazy. So
All right.
we good.
There you go. You should have told us that right from the top. I just realized. Yes.
Yeah,
Daryl.
you know.
Good to have you back.
You know,
Feeling
I
good.
mean, you see how I'm sound good. So you know,
I should have known.
My little best friend is back, so we good. I'm
Give me that score.
gonna just go with.
Win or loss?
I'm gonna just say 27. You know how I feel, Ronbo. It's always 42-13 when it comes to me. But I'm gonna just say 27-17. We should be able to do what we need to do and take care of things. We got everybody that we need to have out there to make the scores. And just call the right plays, Shanahan. Just call the right plays, and we'll be all right.
Call something they can achieve, please. All right?
Yeah.
Elliot, we're going to go. I'll see you after the game with this 27-17. If you win it, we're going to be giving you high praises for 2 to 3 hours. All right?
That's what's up. It's always good, man. Y'all have a good day, man. And
too,
let's
fam.
enjoy just watching the rest of our season with our team. Win, lose, or draw. Let's just be better. Let's back them. Let's back them.
Yes.
Let's go Niners, dog. All right, my brother. Talk to you later.
Night,
all right, man?
Night, guys. All right.
Thank you.
Oh, man. And we go down to Sharon. Sharon.
Hello, Ronbo.
Sharon, long time no hear from you. How you doing? You okay?
I'm good. Yep, I'm good. Just getting ready for the holidays.
Yeah, it's already here. Oh, God. It'd be nice if holidays resemble last year. I'm still living in the past. I'm thinking last year. No, wait, let me tell the haters. I'm not talking about the last time we won a Super Bowl, haters. Don't start on me. But last year, at this time, it was such a wonderful time. The holiday season was going nuts.
Yes, it was.
There was no COVID. Everybody was living normal lives.
We
And
were
our team was
playing
so
all
excited.
the way until February.
Yes, we were tough. We were fab. Now this year, I'm worried about the Washington team. God. What do you see coming up here? It's Friday night, prediction night. Sharon, the Washington team, that defense, did you watch them yet? My God. They're going to tear our offensive line from limb to limb. I'm so scared for Nick. Oh, my God.
I think it's going to be one of those games where there's going to be a lot of bad call plays and a lot of referees cheating and giving it to the Redskins. That's what I'm feeling. I'm just not feeling we're going to pull it out. I think we're going to lose.
Sharon,
I'm sorry to say.
But you're right. But you know what? I just realized something. It could be that the referees have been told, all right, listen, the Washington team has a chance to win the NFC East. Let's go ahead and maybe make a couple of calls to help them out.
They got the Redskins in favor of the Niners anyway.
Well, no, in some books they got the Niners by 3. You're right, though. You know what? I tell you, the 49ers lose this game, and especially if they get embarrassed.
I don't know. I think they just got me so mad after last week. I don't know anymore with them. I was so pissed off.
Sharon,
I didn't know what to think anymore. It's like, we needed that game for the playoffs, but I'm not seeing no playoffs this year. Let's just beat the Cowboys for me for Christmas and for my birthday, then I'm good.
And Sharon, we have how many weeks left? 14, 15. Sharon, do you realize at the average rate that we're losing players every week, we may not have any players for the final game of the season to play?
There's something that's going on. I think we were cursed this year.
49ers have forfeited the game. The final week, 49ers have forfeited due to not having enough personnel to put on the field.
And get ready for 2021. I think after Nick got hurt, I think that's when everything went down. After Nick went down, I think that's when everything fell apart.
It's all over.
So I just say let's practice the rest of the season and get ready for 2021 because we ain't going to win the next 4 games. I'm sorry to say, but I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Not this year. Not with Nick Mullins still in as quarterback. If Jimmy comes back, it'll be a different story. But
you got to have an offensive line.
The next 4 games.
Sure, that offensive line has got to improve. They can't allow people to come shooting through there like a bullet, untouched. Come on,
I
guys.
don't know what was that quarterback sneak that Nick Mullins was doing last week? What the hell was that?
He was scared. Sharon, feel sorry for him. He needs sympathy. I would have told Kyle, I'm not doing this, Kyle. You know what? You can fire me. I
He should
quit.
have known not to do that.
God.
He's a quarterback. He should have known not to do that.
He couldn't.
my
He was
God,
scared.
what were
He
you
didn't even know that was
thinking?
happening. He didn't know his feet were moving. He was scared.
I guess he
Kyle
was
should have never
scared.
called
I
that
guess
play,
so.
Sharon. He's never had Nick on a
Kyle
goal
needs to
line.
come up with another play calling for Nick, because some of those play calls he do, Nick can't go through those. I don't know. I don't know. It's just Nick can't do it. Do something else, Kyle.
Yeah. Quarterback sneak. Kyle, you know, you could have
Do
gave
not
that
do no
ball.
more quarterback sneaks with
Yeah.
Mullins.
Give it to
Please don't,
Jeffrey.
Kyle.
I know. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, give it to
Give it to
Jeffrey
Juice.
Wilson Jr. Anybody.
Anybody.
Yes.
I mean, poor Nick. I felt
And
sorry
let's
for him.
play Juice. So
He was
we
sitting
can
there.
keep Juice next year. Play the
Yeah.
man.
You know, poor kid
Play
standing there
Juice so we
dancing.
can keep Juice.
Oh, they're keeping Juice. Yeah, Juice is like,
I just don't know. This team this year, it's just so embarrassing. It's just, I don't even like, it was like so mad last week. I said, I can't watch no more. I had to go and watch the Hallmark Channel. They pissed me off last week. I said, I can't take no more. That's it. Game over.
yeah, no, it was so sad. And we got
But
down
I
so
don't know.
far.
I think it's just going to be it's going to be Nick Mullins going to throw like maybe 2 interceptions, and then he's going to feel bad about it. And I think it's
I
going
know
to
he
be
gets
a lot
crawling
of,
to a shell. Ah!
yes, I think it's going to be a
He's
lot
not
of
gonna-
turnovers and a lot of this and that going on, and it's all going to be against the Niners.
No,
Every game, it's
Sharon,
always
stop.
against the Niners.
Ah, no, none of these things are
It
happening.
is. It's always against the Niners. You never see, last week you didn't see the Bills get 1 flag or nothing. It was all the Niners last week's game. I was like, what the hell? I'm like, no.
Well, Sharon, it's
But
now time for you to
hopefully we can
commit.
Stop Alex.
You need to give us a score because we got to go. You got a score or you just want to say win or lose?
You know what? I'm just going to say, let's win.
Okay.
Just win.
Put Sharon down for a win. W. All right, Sharon. Good to hear from you again. Don't take so
All right,
long. I
Ronbo,
tend to worry about
you
people
too,
that don't. Yeah. When they don't show up for a long time.
You'll hear from me Sunday. All right, Ronbo.
Yeah. Have a good night.
All right, Linus, let's get this win.
Yes.
All right. All right, Ronbo, good night.
Night. And I see Will Vong, he says, and thanks for that contribution. Will says, with no Antonio Gibson, the 49ers should win this game. Appreciate what you do. Thanks, Will. You know, if Alex doesn't have a running back, maybe it will be different. But what about us in that defense against us? Niner Mike, forget about it. Come on in, Mike.
Oh, Ronbo, forget about it. It's right. Hey, listen, though, sounds like it sounds like my Niner faithful out there has gotten a little bit closer to the dosage of reality. I like it.
What? We lost last week? There's no need to think too hard on that subject. We're not beating anybody worth a damn.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really. But you know what? It's the subject. You know, listen. This last week was a perfect example, and I don't care who you are. I know people get all off and excited, you know, about making the playoffs and all that, but who wants to see that, right? Who wants to see our beloved team on a nationally televised stage just get embarrassed in the first round and kicked out?
God.
It's not good for anybody. We need to get some offensive line picks, Ronbo. We're going to need some secondary picks. You know what I mean, Ronbo?
Yeah.
We got a lot of things we got to figure out, Ronbo. And I ain't talking about how to get W's in the next few games, all right? I'm talking about long-term issues, all right?
But you know what, Mike? We're talking about
marks.
also embarrassment, Mike. You know what? I don't want to see what I saw last week. You know, there's
Yeah,
no pass rush.
Who wants to see that?
I was
Who
gonna say,
wants to see that?
if you're
But
gonna
that's
lose-
exactly what you're going to see.
Yeah, make it a small margin loss, though. I mean, can you just lose by 6 or 7? None of this double-digit
that's
stuff.
not going to
That's
happen.
just-
Not when you play. Not when we're putting our backup players out there to play against
of the real good teams, specifically playoff-bound teams, Ronbo.
They beat the
specifically.
Rams?
And that's
Everybody,
that's
we
what-
always could beat the Rams, though.
And I almost wanted to click the mute button off and jump in earlier because you're absolutely right. I'm scared to death for Nick Mullins, boy, oh boy.
Oh, man.
He's going against the fire on this weekend, Rombo.
And this defensive line is way better than last week. Oh, my
listen,
God.
Hey, they did it. They did it. They did it like us. Say what you want to say. I believe
4 first-round draft picks.
It started before. Yeah. It started before Ron Rivera got there. But the general manager there, first of all, he started stockpiling freaking Alabama picks left and right, which is the reason why they even scooped up Reuben Foster after we cut him. Because the GM there, he really likes the Alabama players. And
I do too, actually. And LSU.
They built their defensive line, Rumble, very similar to how we built ours. They got a bunch of first round picks on there.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and it's going to be. I mean, listen, if it's hard for anyone to believe, I know it's just the Washington football team. All right.
Oh, it used to be.
but
it used to be
if
just
it's hard for anyone
the Washington football team.
Exactly. If it's hard for anyone to fathom, to understand that this is probably going to be the hardest game for Nick Mullins, and it's going to be probably the worst game for our offensive line, even more worse than any of the horrible games. I feel like I could name one, but they've all been terrible. The offensive line is just freaking horrible. But at the end of the day, it's going to be the hardest task that they've been asked to do. And I got to tell you, I'll be the first to let everyone know here. All right, Tom Compton, yeah. Listen, that guy. He doesn't have a drop of Compton in him. He doesn't have a drop of Compton in him. Let me tell you, I got friends. I got friends out there, Ronbo and Compton out here in L.A. You know, and that guy, he don't have no Compton in him. All right, I'm going to say it like that.
I see your point. Yes. Oh,
it's going to be a rough day for that kid. It's going to be a rough day in the office.
Sustained a concussion through a walkthrough. I really wish they'd explain that a little better. How do you get hurt going through a walkthrough? Enough impact to cause a concussion. How?
When you're a little slow, sometimes it's hard for him. He might have did it when he was trying to throw his helmet on, Ronbo. Who the hell knows? Right? I mean, you don't know. But listen, at the end of the day, I don't want to see us win another game except for the Cowboys. We got to beat the Cowboys.
We all agree on that.
The way I'm wired,
do
Ronbo,
not let them Cowboys explode.
The same way.
Yeah, oh God, yes.
I'm wired. I don't give a shit if we went 1-14. As long as the one win was against the Cowboys, I'm happy with it. All right. So we gotta freaking smash them. That's it. Other than that, what would that put us to finish the season, Ronbo? What would we be? We got 5 wins now, right?
It's 6 wins versus 10 losses, right? Because we got 5.
There you go. That would. Oh, we got. There you go. That would put us at 6-10. We might be on the south side of the 15th pick. We might be on the south side if we can get that.
Well, the Jets are playing because they're not going to win a game, and Tennessee is a joke. Who else is in this round robin? I think the Bears are still eligible.
Yeah, the Bears are still eligible. You're talking about teams that's going to be ahead of us in the draft?
Yeah, the totem pole, yeah.
Oh, well, there's a list. That's why it's unfortunate this year. There's a list. You got the
there's
Lions.
some AFC teams.
You got you got the Lions. You got the Bengals. You got the Jets.
Oh, Bengals, I forgot about
Giants.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, because all the
Giants.
Cowboys,
No.
all the NFC East
Mike,
teams,
the Giants are contending for the NFC East title, but then we'd be contending too if we were in that division. I know. That division's going to be won with 6
problem,
games.
Ronbo. That whole friggin' division. One of them will be lucky enough to get to 6 wins. All the rest of them, they're going to be picking in the top 10 for sure, Ronbo.
But how about them Cowboys? Hey, Mike, Washington could probably win it. You know why? Because that defense is serious. And the Eagles don't have no chance. The Cowboys don't have a chance. All Washington's got to do is they've got to beat the Giants, and I think they can do it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And listen, the other teams in the division, I mean, the Giants without Danny Nichols, or Danny Dimes, as they like to call him. I call him Danny Nichols because he throws nickels to the other team. But listen, if that guy, if he's out, then they really don't have a shot. And I got to tell you, Carson Wentz, he doesn't have enough confidence to know which bathroom to walk into.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's a sad situation there, Ronbo.
And there's gonna be a lot of people crying around in the NFL, not only us. Mike, we're out of time now. Mike, give me your score, or just give me a W or L, whichever one you choose.
You know what? Well, listen, it's gonna be an L. All right, it's gonna be an L. Maybe Mullins could muster up 13 points, Ronbo. I say maybe. I see a touchdown and 2 field goals for us.
I just want to keep the ambulance.
I see them
keep the
scoring
engine
maybe
running.
21. I see 21 to 27 to 13.
21,
something
27.
Like that.
All right. And as I keep the Red Cross and the ambulance outside.
We're not scoring 21 or 27, Ronbo.
But you said, I missed it.
They're either going to score 21 or 27. We're not scoring more than 13 unless the defense scores. If Alex Smith throws us a gift,
so Mike,
then maybe we'll get into the 20s.
So Mike, you're saying 27, and we may get 13. Is that the top number?
I think so. I think we're good enough for a field goal or 2 and a touchdown. That's it. Unless the defense scores.
All right.
All right, Ronbo. You take care of yourself. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you on Sunday, Ronbo.
All right, fam. Looking for you. All right. Night, Mike. And Shay Lewis says, only matchup I want to see is watching McGlinchey get absolutely obliterated. Oh, I forgot about. You know what? They're going to put McGlinchey. Trent Williams is going to have to deal with Chase. Montez Sweat. Oh, my. Sweat's on the other side. Oh, Nick, make sure you got your insurance paid up. Every down. Go Niners, appreciate it. Thanks, Shay, for the contribution. Sweat. Oh, against Mike McGlinchey. Jalen Bolton, thanks, Jalen, for that contribution. Appreciate that, fam. I don't care what no one says. We have Debo. He's right. We got Debo and Brandon and Raheem. We have a chance to win. Go Niners. Jalen, you know what? I've been pulling myself down in such a bowl of misery. I forgot about our playmakers are going to be out there. I mean, maybe. I forgot about our guys. I kept thinking about Nick laying in the dirt with the guys coming up. Nick, can you see my hand? Nick? All right, guys, get the wagon out here. Nick, count the fingers, Nick. Oh, man. Hey, Santana!
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing?
I forgot. Somebody just pointed out our stars, Debo and Ayuk and Mostert. Mostert already said he's not going to be able to play 100% because that high ankle sprain is still bugging him. But you still got Ayuk and Debo. You know, I want to look at the game and get a little bit of entertainment. You know?
Yeah. I mean, Ronbo. It's going to be a good game. I don't think it's going to be
okay.
It's going to be an even game for sure. It's going to really come down to who turns it over. So.
Okay.
I
need to get on this page. I like that, Santana. Yeah.
Give me some more. It's gonna come down to that, and then it's gonna come down to also if McGlinchey can hold his own. But we've seen throughout the season that he really can't. So I'm really concerned about that. But Raheem Mostert. The good thing is that we have Wilson Jr. You just got to pound the ball against Washington and do some screenplays, some RPOs, and with Devo or something. Maybe mix it up with IU. And give more touches to Debo, man. He's a physical wide receiver.
You should see a lot. Those long handoffs that Kyle Shanahan did against the Rams when he was throwing that ball behind the line of scrimmage, just get it to Debo. We'll have to do that. Santana, this defensive line is frightening. They are going to be all over the 49ers. If Nick stands back in that pocket more than 2 seconds, he's dead meat. You know the guys, a dead man walking, dead quarterback walking. That's all he was saying all game long. He's got to get rid of that ball, and I mean right now. Do not stand there waiting for anything. Get it, cross the lines. Now, Nick, now. If he does anything else, CJ will be playing this game maybe early the first quarter. Whew,
I doubt it, Ronbo. It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be an even game. I think so. Like I said, it's gonna be who turns the ball over, who makes a mistake. Alex Smith is a smart quarterback. So he knows how to throw to his check down or throw the ball away. But we need Nick Mullins not to turn it over, and I think it's gonna be a close game.
Sometimes
And
I'm thinking about you all game long. If this game is close, I would say, hey, Santana tried to tell me we're in this. Fourth quarter,
We are, Ronbo.
17-17, go Niners. Oh, God, I'd be so
Hey,
delighted.
Ronbo, our defense does great against non-mobile quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You saw what we did to Jared Goff.
Oh.
And so
That's right.
so
Alex-
I think Alex
Alex
is not that
and
mobile.
Alex is,
Ronbo.
no, he has less athleticism now than he did before that horrendous injury.
Exactly.
So yeah, you're right.
Exactly. So that's what I mean. I think we can stay in this game, and I think we can win. But and so yeah, Ronbo. I mean,
I like
we,
it.
we definitely got to give the ball. We got to give the ball to our best players, which is Debo and Ayuk, and then let and run the ball as much as we can, if we can, and mix it up, with Debo,
Well,
So
Kyle's probably got a plan. Kyle's always got a plan. If they can just execute it, yeah, you're right. We'll be okay.
yeah, we'll be okay. And then one more thing, Rumble, about the draft or about losing and getting a better pick is like, ain't nothing guaranteed on the draft, man. Nothing's
Every year.
guaranteed, man.
Yeah.
So every year, man, and I don't see us making a trade for like the best quarterback, which is Trevor Lawrence, and I think these other quarterbacks are not even. I don't want to even consider them first rounders. So I mean, it's not even worth it, So we got other needs, and we got
Santana,
DG.
you know what people don't understand? They forget Kyle. What everybody loves about a quarterback or any other player, Kyle and his boys, they look at whomever, and they say, "Does he fit our program?" That's the way they do.
Yeah.
When they draft, does he fit the program? And if that's the case, they'll get him. Otherwise, they're not going to get him. That's just the way it is with them.
Yeah, no.
Here's something else too, Santana, that makes me laugh. Guys, I'm arguing with some guy on Twitter like I always do. Guy sends me this footage. I don't know which quarterback it was, but he's standing out in a spread offense. There's nobody anywhere around him. He's throwing that ball deep downfield, just a pretty rainbow shot. And I says, okay, put our offensive line and him, and let's see if he gets all that time and space to operate.
Exactly.
You guys don't understand. That's college ball.
No.
That doesn't translate to the
That's
NFL. God.
That's why I say, Rombo. That's what I say. I think the best quarterback is Trevor Lawrence, and even then, he needs a little work. Yeah. And like these other quarterbacks, they're playing like behind good O-line and college, level players. So obviously they look great. But when you come to the NFL, these guys are faster, stronger, and it's just a different game ball, So
I mean, look at Burrows.
So, yeah, Ronbo.
Look at Burrows last year. Burrows just burning the league up. He ain't burning up the NFL. He's doing okay, but better than most.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. You don't get all excited about a college quarterback. That's the scariest position in the first round of draft that there is. God,
you can get it right or you can get it wrong. Easy as that. You know what I'm saying? So
and it's almost a 60-40 thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you already saw a couple of first rounders didn't go right, but I mean,
oh God, so many times.
It is what it is at this point. But yeah, but Ronbo, my score probably I would say 26-20 Niners.
All right. So I'm so glad you called and straightened me out on the. I forgot about our guys. We've got players.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have as many as we should.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys are sitting down, but we still got a few guys out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, look, we struggle against mobile quarterback, and Alex Smith is not a mobile quarterback. So, so our defense could show out this game, So
good. I was worried
we'll
about
see.
And I forgot about our offense, too. All right. All right, Santana.
I mean,
I've been thinking about you in the game, fam. All right.
All right, man. I'll see you.
Talk to you later.
Have a good one. Later.
And Jesus.
Ronbo!
Yes, Jesus. Jesus, man. Santana
What's cracking?
Hey man, Santana just brought me back to life, man. I was sitting back here crying. I was about to start using my flag to start wiping my tears. You know, grown ass man sitting here crying. You know what? We got playmakers. There's no reason to think we have no chance. I mean, it doesn't look good, but we might be able to contend with these guys. Hey, Jesus, after last week's embarrassment, we should have guys that want to redeem themselves this week. So we could get a better game than we expect. Because you know what? Every time I think the 49ers are going to win, like I did last week, they get their ass handed to them. Whenever I'm worried about the game like I was against the Rams, they win. So you know what? I'm going to continue to worry, Jesus, just for our team.
Hell yeah.
What are you thinking?
What am I thinking? Colt McCoy, baby. Colt McCoy, Joseph Smiley, where you at, bro? You hiding in there? You hiding in the comments still, bro? Hey, Ronbo, I made him cry, bro. I made Joseph Smiley cry. 49er Empire, bro. Tag me in the comments, bro. I made him cry, bro. On my granddaddy daughter, bro. I made him cry.
Well, how could you do this?
He was in there. Bro, he called all of us in the chat, bro.
Delusional. That's his favorite word.
When we beat the Giants, you're like, oh, that's the only team that the Niners could beat. And then, bro, they lost to Colt McCoy, bro.
Smiley said something about beating. He did not. See, this is one thing about the Hawks fans. They forget. They lost to the Giants, and now you're going to say something about the Giants? Are you kidding me? Smiley, I wish I could have saw that exchange. I didn't see that.
Bro, you might have to watch it, bro. Me and him, we were going back and forth, bro. He called me childish, bro. He called me childish. Really? He's a Seattle Seahawks fan coming to a 49er fan live stream, bro.
Hey, and the Rams.
Like, really?
I believe we beat the Rams. I think the Hawks had a problem with that team, didn't they?
Huh?
You know, Smiley already lied and said he wasn't coming back anymore. Here he is back in there talking smack again. Boy.
Shit. Ronbo, you hold it down for us, bro.
Hey, you know, I have to tell you. Thanks, fam.
You know what I'm saying? You don't get that recognition, bro, like you properly deserve. You know what I'm saying? Ronbo,
I don't know if I deserve recognition.
You gave us a platform for us to. No, I'm being serious, Ronbo. You built this platform for us to come in here and, you know, for us to, you know, to talk shit to Cowgirl fans and the Police fans and, you know, the Seattle Seahawks. You feel me?
I do.
You know what I'm saying? They're not on our level, bro.
And they show up to be beaten up. I love it. They think they're winning. Jesus, they think when they come in here, they walk out thinking they handed us our ass. That's what kills me. It's only going to last for a few more months. We'll be back next year, Jesus, and watch them. Hey, Jesus, try to find a Raider fan nowadays. I can't find. Raider fans used to run our chat, and now you can't find a Raider fan.
You know what I'm saying? They almost lost to the Jets, bro. If they would have done prevent, bro.
Jets' only win would be the Raiders. We'd never, ever see them again. God.
Almost definitely, man. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I don't care, bro. Like, I really don't care about the other fans in this chat. Like, some little clown named Eddie Ramirez, bro. That fool a clown, bro. He's a Chiefs bandwagon. Instead of Chiefs Kingdom, it's called Chiefs bandwagonism, bro. On my granddaddy daughter, bro. You feel me? My name's 49er Empire, bro. Tag me, Eddie Ramirez. I don't care. My name in the chat, 49er Empire, bro. You know what? I'm finna put my name on here for you, bro. I'm in the chat right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care, bro. I'm my granddaddy daughter, bro. I'm here, bro. That's me, bro. That's me.
This is what's so fun. Even when we're having troubles, there's always those comical haters. They come in here, and Jesus, there's no team in the NFL that doesn't have a week or here and there that you can clown them on. And they still have the nerves, the cojones, to come in here running smack. I can't even believe it. And Texas boy, you can still find him in here every now and then. Are you serious?
He muted me. Bro, I think Joseph Smiley muted me too.
That means defeated. You defeated some more dudes, man. Doing good work.
You feel me? I'm our granddaddy daughter, bro. I don't care how many times I say, bro. You know what I'm saying? Seahawks ring, man. Shut your ass up, man. You a clown, bro. You know what I'm saying? But Ronbo, I'd like to say thank you though, man. And my score, you know, I'm not gonna be one of those fans that say for us to tank. You know, I kind of want to like win out. I have us winning. It's not gonna be a good game, but I have us winning 13-10.
All right. That means we did play some defense. Yeah.
Huh?
That means we played some serious defense.
Oh yeah, our defense is what's keeping us alive.
I know.
To be honest with you, you know, Kyle Shanahan needs to know that hey, this is not a shotgun offense. This is a run offense.
Oh, don't get me started on that. You know what though? Kyle's ran out of options because he's running out of players. I feel bad for him. He's had weeks he didn't have no running backs. He had CJ out there a couple of times with no running backs. Can you think about Kyle must lay at home at night with his eyes open like somebody glued him open. He can't even close his eyes. Can't go to sleep. Man, I feel bad for him. We'll get better, though. These guys are coming back next year, Jesus.
Bruh.
And we're going to start. And these haters is running off in this chat. They're going to leave again. And
Bro, whatever happened to our so-called fans, though, bro? Hey, we out here, man. We're the Arizona 49ers, bro. We out here. Hey, we're making Arizona look good, too. I don't care, you know what I'm saying? We're the Arizona San Francisco 49ers.
We got two names.
Tripping, bro. I really don't care.
Hey, since we got to go, fam. You know, I appreciate you. I tell you what, I'll see you after the game.
All right, brother.
All right.
All right, brother. Can I get a Niners real quick, Ronbo?
Oh, hell yeah. We out here. Arizona, San Francisco 49ers.
We out here. All right, Ronbo. You have a good night, brother.
You too, Jesus. And Jalen Bolt, thanks for the contribution, Jalen. He says, where was the Debo sweep in the Bills game? If we run that, we at least got the 2 touchdowns before the half. And you know, Jalen, the bad thing about it is, as soon as we get behind, Kyle's going to start throwing the ball. You know what? He may as well work on that run game. Because we get behind, throwing the ball means what? Nick will be killed. That offensive line is not going to let him throw the ball. Unless we do that hurry-up offense we did toward the end of that game the other day, we might see that this week. Because that really worked effectively. Hey, Nestor!
What's going on, Ronbo?
Nestor, what's happening, man? You know, we're sitting here doing like we do before the game. We're predicting like we used to. Well, we can't predict like we used to. Man, we got this game, man. This game be over about halftime. We'll be singing ooh la la by the end of the first quarter. Ain't none of that this year. You know, now, can we survive to a win?
Hopefully. Man, I think free agency talk, all these injuries. I think the one thing that's really bugging me right now is the fact that at 5-7, all it takes is 2 more measly wins and some losses from the Cardinals and the Vikings. We're back in the playoff race.
Can you
That's
imagine?
one thing.
We go into the playoffs backing into the playoffs.
Oh man. And I'm worried going into this game, Chase Young against Mike McGlinchey. I think that's the key matchup of this game.
Hey, Nestor, it doesn't matter. No, what's his name? Sweat is going to be on the other side. Even when Chase isn't over there, it's going to be bad for Mike. Unless he brings his big boy pants. My God, Mike.
I just hope it's not as much of a shit show as it was when Nick Bosa had his breakout game against the Panthers last year, and he just completely destroyed it. I hope it's not Chase Young's breakout game today. So if he
Chase
just
has been
chill
breaking
out
out
for
all
one
year.
game.
You're right, though. He doesn't have that many sacks. He cannot do 2 or 3 sacks tomorrow. Oh, my God.
I don't want to see an interception being taken back by him. I don't know. Please. But
he's got to break out against somebody.
Anyway. Yeah.
It better not be us. I agree, Lester. I mean, come on, Mike. I'm worried about McGlinchey because Trent Williams is going to play his ass off. This is where he came from, Washington. Even though he says, no, I ain't got no grudge against the Washington team. Trent, yes, you do. They wouldn't pay you. They didn't have any respect for you last year. You even said it. There's no way you're not pissed off. When Chase Young comes running at you, level his butt. If Montez Sweat comes at you, lay him out. You know? And Jordan Reed, he's gonna be honest. He's gonna tell Nick before the game, Nick, damn it, if I'm wide open and you miss me today, I'm gonna kick your ass. You know? Just tell him.
He be telling.
Give me the ball.
He gonna be telling Nick to take some pain pills before the game so he don't get hurt that much. But yeah, but I mean, going into the draft talk, I don't want a quarterback in this first round. I need an O-lineman. We need to protect our QBs.
Shit.
I'm all for drafting the QB, but yeah, just let him sit behind Jimmy for 1 year, and if Jimmy gets injured again, well, there you go.
And get a good old lineman in there and get him trained up so when Jimmy does leave, that kid can protect that new quarterback. People don't know. They're like carrying their clothes down the street instead of putting them in a suitcase. It doesn't. You can't put the horse out in front of the wagon.
Exactly.
This is what I'm talking about. Come on, man. That ain't
It's
gonna
another
help,
thing.
man.
Shanahan, he's going to keep the same game plan, too. So all these plays we've seen with Jimmy and Nick, anybody, he's going to run down with the rookie QB, too. And if you want those plays to be successful, you need protection, at least a little bit.
And it's already going to take that kid forever to learn it. And, you know, he better have some protection so we have time to think. Because he ain't having the time to think with that offensive line the way it is. I don't know. Weston Richburg's not coming back. I don't see it.
No.
So we got no center. On the right side, you got McGlinchey over there scaring people to death on every snap. I don't know, McKivitz, I don't know what he's going to be like. And then you got the other side, you got Thomason and Williams, and that's the only thing we can actually depend on. I mean, oh, man.
Yeah, it's a headache. Oh, you know what, Ronbo? All the things that have happened in 2020, I'm glad we could say we did not lose to Colt McCoy and the New York Football Giants. Shout out to Seattle. Y'all should be worried, too. Y'all in the chat talking. Hey, don't be surprised if the Jets pull something out. You got to be worried about that one, too. Our friends, the Raiders, almost lost them last week. So
hey, Lester,
I don't take very.
The Hawks are shameless, man. They were in here the day after. That next day we was in here. Here they come. I said, man, y'all, you got to be kidding me. What you want? What do you want? You lost to Colt McCoy. He's not even played. And he played with the Giants. He wasn't even playing with a great team. And they handed you your ass. And you're in there talking about what? You guys are delusional. We're delusional? We're delusional. We're delusional. Nestor, I can't. I love it. It's so strange. I can't. Lester, what do you got for a score for the 49ers?
I think it's going to be one of those sluggish games again. It's going to be a defensive battle, like everyone's saying. Very slow game. I could see it maybe being like I say 23-17 on either side. That's going to be my score.
Right.
But anyway, Ronbo, to end it off, I just want to say I've been watching you for a cool minute now. It's been like 4 years. You got me through those days, going 2-14.
Hey.
I love it. We were used to clown on Mostert for fumbling. Now we say, go, Mostert, go.
Now he's our dude. Hey, thanks.
I love it, Ronbo.
Hey, Lester, don't tell him what's happening next, man. One thing about the 49ers, it's never a dull moment, even when we're getting our butt kicked. Remember Chip Kelly? Chip Kelly had one of the best red zone offensive schemes I actually said that year. Okay, you hire another GM, but I think I want to keep Chip Kelly because that boy, his offense works in the red zone. Chip's getting in there. So, you know. But no, I like Kyle Shanahan, so I'll take him. We'll be all right.
Yes, sir.
All right, Lester.
I'll be patient.
I'll see you after the game, okay?
All right.
All right, fam. Night, Lester. Appreciate you, fam. Oh, God. Hey, Tony.
How you doing, Ronbo? Aloha.
Tony, aloha. Brah. You know, hey, Tony, man, you know what's so funny? Because one thing about us 49er fans, we have the intelligence, should I say, to manufacture ways to be amused. And when you look at our chat, hey, not a fam, anybody in the chat right now, if you're not in the chat, just watch the video. Join the chat. You'll be amused at the losers that are in there running hardcore smack. And Tony, when you run smack, And I see the Kansas City fan now talk about he owns the world. It's amusement off the hook. But enough of that foolishness. Let's talk about the 49ers. What do you got here today? God, that's amusement.
Well, I've been poring over the stats to try to find some sort of silver lining going into this game. I share your concern, Ronbo, when it comes to that Washington football team defensive line.
Ooh.
I think they are the probably going to be the best, or maybe the second best to the Eagles defensive line that we're going to face this entire season. And that Eagles game didn't go so well for us either. Now I was trying to look at our offense and the things that our offense is supposed to be able to do well. And Shanahan said he actually likes the way that we ran the ball. When you take away Tico's -12 and take away the goal line, he said he felt that the running game was strong. But then I go over and I look at the stats for the Washington football team, and they, over the last 3 games, have given up, I think, around 50, averaging 50 yards per game that they've been giving up rushing. And that's, it looks kind of like a strength against strength to me. And I'm not liking the way that's feeling. That's going to complement the football team's defense there. And now I know Washington is missing their stud rookie running back. And that is, they're going to, I think we're going to be able to make them a one-dimensional team because the 49ers are pretty darn good at defending the run too. But this kind of has the game kind of written all over it. And I'm really hopeful that in that battle, the 49ers can come out on top. But man, the way the football team can win their division, they're playing for a lot. And we're kind of playing just to see if Jimmy G and George Kittle are going to be able to come back. And I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that, Ron, but what do you think?
I kind of think if George and Jimmy, I don't want to see them sustain any serious injury that takes them into the spring training. I'm kind of on the fence about that, but I would like to see if they do feel good, how they look. I'm so dying to see some of our first-line people on the field. God.
Me too.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something? Yeah, just in regards to, just in regards to, I think George should actually get his labrum fixed and not come back this season and just go on season-ending IR. Jimmy, though, we got to see Jimmy. And the reason why is, going into next season with all of the cap problems that we're going to be having, we need to know if Jimmy wants to be the starting franchise quarterback for the 49ers. And we're not going to, if he doesn't play again, then I don't really know what to make of the entire situation. Because a lot of it's going to be dictated by, his willingness to play for us. And I got to see if he still has the fire in the belly for the 49ers. And I wouldn't blame him if he didn't, because that offensive line is atrocious. And then the fan base has been mean to him. So,
But you know what? I think he gets what information he does from his family about how the fans are talking. But I think Jimmy wanted to play on that ankle when it was really not ready to go. And I still think the team, the camaraderie, how they stuck up for him all off season long last year. Jimmy has to appreciate that. And he probably wants to be there for him, I would think. So I doubt he wants to leave. So,
Yeah, I hope you're right, because, I don't want to think about having to draft another franchise quarterback going into this year, especially with all the defensive backs we're going to be losing. I'm of the opinion that looking forward to the draft, we got to look at, Surtain Jr. or one of the other stud cornerbacks, because we got to go up against DK Metcalf and DeAndre Hopkins twice every single year. And until we can cover them, they're going to be able to beat us. Like right now, we could have won that Cardinals game, but we couldn't cover Hopkins, And like the DK Metcalf play is also something we have to be able to stop.
And you bring up a good point. You know why, Nick, Tony? Because here's the thing. If you're going to be in the NFC West, you need to find strong physical cornerback that can cover, zone, and play man. I don't know if there's a formula. That's a lot to ask of one person. But in the NFC, and you got 4-3. He may run faster than that.
Yeah.
DK Metcalf, he's got to be dealt with if you're going to beat those teams. So you're right. If you're drafting for the NFC West.
So, and then the other thing is our inconsistency with the offensive line. If you ask me, it has everything to do with center, because we were expecting Richburg to be able to play. We had a capable backup in Garland, then he got hurt. Then Hronis Grasu had his Seattle game and went to Kyle's doghouse. And then we're playing on our fourth string center. I think Brunskill needs to be the right guard. And I think we got to go. Here's what I got to say: cornerback in the first round, and then take the best center on the board in the. I think that'll re-sign Trent Williams. We got to get McGlinchey to eat some more Big Macs or stop being a vegan or whatever the heck it was that caused him to drop all that weight. And really regroup around the center position.
Yeah. But you know what? Here's the bad thing about that, though. A center, if you can't get Alex Mack or you can't get Weston Richburg, from everybody after that, Garland's going to be our starter, Tony. I can already feel it.
Garland's old. That's the
I
thing.
know.
Garland's getting old,
But we don't have anybody else that can run that
I mean,
offense.
Brunskill's filling in admirably, but he should be our right guard. Brunskill should be our right guard.
But from what you just said, I think Brunskill, they're gonna continue to groom him to be the starting center next year. I got a feeling, because you can find a guard. You got McKivitz will probably get better. I don't know, but it seems like he's not all that bad. So maybe that's a long story, Tony. We're gonna have to continue a little later, huh? Let me
give you a score, Ronbo, really quick. Okay. Here's what I got. Optimism, Ronbo. Defensive game. Niners 13, Washington football team 10. That's what I got today. Optimism, Ronbo.
I like it, Tony. I'll accept that all day. All right, we'll see you after the game or during the game. And if you're right, you get all kind of praises from me. All right.
All right. Aloha, brah.
Aloha, brah. Have a good night. Tony. And morning, Hank.
My guy, how you doing, man?
Oh, Hank, man, I'm struggling.
Ronbo, my guy, how you doing, man?
Hey, fam, I'm telling you, man, I'm struggling with the facts. And the fact is, we got some issues. If we lose one more guy, because we average at least a guy, an important player, never anybody. The worst players on our team are all healthy, but the best ones are all hurt, except for maybe 2 or 3, right? And oh God, I almost said it. If a certain linebacker gets hurt, I'm going to lose my mind. He cannot. In fact, I got to tell you, Hank,
Ronbo,
if anything happens, I'm thinking about pulling him next week. This is last week.
Ronbo,
go ahead.
my guy, I respect your show more than ever, man, and I respect the format, but I came in here to talk to you about something different. If you want me to get it out of the way, we're going to lose this game. Matter of fact, Mullins is not going to be starting. No, I mean, Ronbo, I'm done, man.
It's bad,
the season's a wrap.
I agree.
Yeah, the season's a wrap. I predict CJ will be in by the third quarter because Nick is just going to be taking a beating all game, man. Our O-line is just atrocious right now, man. It's not happening. But, Ronbo, the reason I called you is because I want to inform you that I am 150% off the Jimmy G train.
Lots of people
I'm done,
are.
Ronbo. Ronbo, I understand your point, okay? I get it. O-line is terrible, but let me tell you this. The man is making a good bit of money. I know he's not the highest paid quarterback in the league, and damn sure he shouldn't be. But he is up there in the top 10, in my opinion. Ronbo, I'm going to say this straight up, all right? This still bugs me to this day, but if we would have took Deshaun Watson over Solomon, ACL, Thomas, we wouldn't be looking for a quarterback right now, okay?
Well,
since we got Shanahan, we've been looking for a quarterback. Yeah. And honestly, to this point, man, I'm tired of settling, all right? Jimmy G, decent, not great. Good, sometimes not great. Let me tell you one thing to everybody listening to this show. If our defense and run game can carry Jimmy G to the Super Bowl, it can carry a rookie quarterback that makes a lot less mistakes. I predict.
You know what? As I said, and I'll never get off this, I don't want a rookie to come in the NFL and expected to start from day one. That, to me, is suicide. That he's got too much to learn, and especially in the NFC West. Oh my God, that is.
Ronbo, I agree with you. I'm not comfortable with a rookie behind our center. Starting our quarterback position. But you know what? At a certain point, we got to start preparing for the next couple of years. All right. I'm tired of every year we're kind of looking for a quarterback. Last year, I was the first one to defend Jimmy G. All right, but straight up, the guy won us. Probably besides the Saints and the Cardinals game, I don't think he won us anything else last year, Ronbo.
Well,
okay?
he beat the Rams.
Even in those games,
he
Ronbo.
Beat the Cardinals.
Even in those games, Ronbo.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but the guy barely did it too. Our defense was pretty much carrying the game. Ronbo, let me ask you this straight up question, all right? Good. When the ball is snapped in Jimmy G's hand and it is not Atkins, are you worried? I damn sure am. I'm nervous as hell. I don't know about you, man,
what?
but I'm not confident when that boy is reading.
You know what? I did until last year when he was getting wrapped up, when Joe Staley went down, McGlinchey was down, and he started getting shell-shocked. There are things, I do see Jimmy G go into a panic sometimes and do some weird things. People are screaming about, he doesn't know how to read the defense. Here's the thing. When you've got less than 2 seconds to read the defense, your reading time will be cut short. So what you do is, and I know what he was doing too. Jimmy was already figuring out who he was going to from jump. As soon as they line of scrimmage, it was all and stopped. As soon as the play snapped, Jimmy knew who he was going to. He didn't see this guy. He didn't see that guy. Hell, he had 2 seconds to make a decision.
He doesn't have time.
So Jimmy says,
he's on the floor before he can make those reads.
I'm making my shot. I'm going to the guy I'm going to right now. There is no time. And the Super Bowl, we got breach from Mike Person every snap. The Chiefs figured out. They were flooding guys through there like it was like a dike just opened. So you see, this is why I remember Jimmy G the first year. And Jimmy G was orchestrating. He was running around. He was making guys like Marquise Goodwin and Trent Taylor look like superstars. This is why I know he is, for all intents and purposes, a guy that could be one of the great ones. Kyle Shanahan says, you're going to learn my offense and you're still going to be fine. Now you changed Jimmy. So people expect him to be a superstar within 1 year after learning Kyle Shanahan's system, because he got hurt the following year and he hasn't been able to learn. He's learned bits and pieces since he's been here. Meanwhile, Shanahan's trying to find wide receivers since 2017. He's finally got an array of receivers that are worth a damn. This is why I don't blame that quarterback for everything, because truth of the matter is, you bring in another quarterback and he's got that same formula, he will fail, and that's guaranteed.
Ronbo, I agree with everything you said, Ronbo, but in my eyes, I don't believe he will completely fail. All right, my run game and my defense carried Jimmy G last year. All right, Kyle Shanahan was easily hiding Jimmy Garoppolo all of last year. In the Saints game, he let him go off. In the Saints game, he let him go off, and guess what happened? He made a great play at the end of the game.
Great play. But I got one polished wide receiver. Did you notice when Emmanuel Sanders came to the 49ers last year, how Jimmy G's game suddenly mysteriously picked up? And when Debo started getting better. Debo started getting better by week 8. Everybody thinks it's all about Jimmy. Jimmy needs guys to throw to. He's got George Kittle, which is his prime guy. He had Emmanuel Sanders. Debo started coming on, and now he's got an array of wide receivers. Now, if he had Jordan Reed, George Kittle, Debo's a stud. Ayuk's going to be promising. I'll be damned if I'm ready to get rid of him now, because now he's got the tools he needs to work with, and I need to fix that offensive line. And I'm telling you right now, back to the playoffs, no problem. But you get a new quarterback in there,
I agree,
it's going to take him time to learn. He's going to struggle. That's going to waste time. And the 49ers are going to have to wait until 2022 before they have a chance to go back to the playoffs. Promise.
Ronbo, I agree with you, brother, but I'm just saying, with his salary, the money he's making, he needs to be out there. Even on a season like this, he needs to be helping us out. And honestly, look at Deshaun Watson. Tell me what Deshaun Watson is working with besides Brandon Cooks.
Well, see, there's another good story. He's struggling because of what he has out there. You blame the quarterback for everything when there's so many surrounding elements that make for a successful team. It's not always just the quarterback. This is the thing.
I agree,
understand
Ronbo.
about his salary,
I completely agree.
Yeah, so.
I completely agree. It's not always about the quarterback, Ronbo, but put it like this, man. I need a quarterback that makes me confident when he steps back, all right? And I ain't confident with Jimmy G. I don't care what anybody says. When that boy steps back,
I fully understand
I'm
that.
like, oh, shit, here we go. What we got today?
Let me ask you this. Last year when Aaron Rodgers played the 49ers, isn't he supposed to be a Hall of Fame quarterback? What do we make him look like? See,
and that's because of our defense. That was not because of Jimmy Garoppolo, Ronbo.
No. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not always about the quarterback. His offensive line betrayed him. The 49ers were kicking Aaron Hall of Fame Rodgers' ass all game long. You've got to have all the pieces together.
You see right there what you just said, Ronbo? that it's not all about the quarterback position. That is exactly what separates us from the bums over in Seattle. All right, they got 4 players just lost to the Giants, and they still want to come in our chat talking about they're about to make the Super Bowl. Bro, I will be the first one to bet against y'all in every playoff game you guys get, and you guys are not getting past the second round. The 49ers are not quarterback dependent, Ronbo. We need our quarterback to go out there, make those reads, and just get those completions. No, interception 1 or 2 a game, I'm fine with it. Ronbo, I just want to, I understand my time is running out.
Your score, though. Don't leave without a score, though.
Ronbo, for this game, as far as the score goes, brother, we're going to get beat by 10. We're going to get beat by 7 to 10. We're going to be playing catch up all game, and that defensive line is going to be coming down our throat. Ronbo, I just want to end with this. Ronbo, this is my pick for the first round. It's either a cornerback to replace Richard Sherm, or we're getting Ian Book. That's my quarterback I want. That boy is undefeated. He's making his reads. He's not mobile, just like Jimmy. And you know what? I feel like him in the first year, and our defense and run game can carry it.
Okay, we'll see. All right.
Ronbo, always good talking to you, my brother. I always love hearing your insight. And yeah, man, I mean, I need a new quarterback. Ronbo, I'm sorry.
We're all a little bothered by this season, so yeah, it's understandable. I'm not mad at you.
All right, Ronbo, you be safe, man. I always have a good time talking to you, man, and we'll definitely be calling in to get your input on a couple other topics.
Looking forward, Hank. Get on back here soon. I'll be looking for you. All right. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. Take care.
And I think, hey, Jalen Bolton says Washington's all hype. They're giving them props because they beat an undefeated team. Seahawks beat us last year in the regular season, and we kicked them out of the playoffs 31-24. See, this is what a lot of people don't understand. You know, you can come in and take shots at the 49ers, all these people come in the chat, and before you know it, as time goes by, and it will, all of a sudden, you're like the Raiders. We have to put an APB out on how to find you. So go ahead, keep talking. We love it. Cynthia! Get on here, Cynthia!
Ronbo!
Oh! Cynthia, so good to hear from you so late. I'm delighted.
I know. So this is what's on my mind. First of all, let me get the score out of the way. My prediction is 13-10 Niners.
All right.
Get that out of the way.
All right. Like, whatever you're on your mind now, go ahead. Let it go.
I'm distressed about this Jimmy G talk. I'm in the minority. I like Jimmy G. Okay?
I'm in there with you.
And, you know, I'm hearing about, let's replace Jimmy G. Now, I've been living with 49er quarterback missteps ever since Jeff Garcia. And, I mean, we had flashes of Colin Kaepernick, which were good. We had flashes of Alex Smith, which were good. But most of the time, we have not had good quarterbacks until we got Jimmy G. And when he came in, he won those 5 games. He was really good. He tore his ACL, and I think he lost a lot with that injury. I think he could get it back. Yeah, he's been injured, and it's hurt him. But I'm going to tell you something right now. If we had him on the field other than Nick Mullins, we'd be winning more games. Number one. Yes. Number two, everybody's talking about replace Jimmy G. What are you going to replace him with? Number one.
Thank you.
If you're gonna go up in the draft, you're gonna have to use a lot of draft capital, which we don't. Not only do we not have,
excellent,
we barely can re-sign the free agents that we need. So forget about. I mean, they're talking about all these highfalutin draft picks for quarterbacks. Forget it. You ain't getting up there.
That's just not gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen. Okay. So then they're talking about all these retread quarterbacks from all these other teams that the other teams are not signing, all these retreads. I'm saying, look, stick with Jimmy G, draft a quarterback sometime in one of the rounds and groom him as a backup behind Jimmy G. Maybe everybody's complaining about Jimmy G's deep ball. Well, Jimmy G, go get some training and get your deep ball training together. He's a leader of men. Every time I hear people downing Jimmy G, it just irks me right now because my thing is, who are you going to realistically replace him with? I listen to and they talk about all these potential quarterbacks. And to me,
And Cynthia,
ain't panning out.
And Cynthia, those people are losing where they are. I love the one
Yeah, they
about the kid in New York. Every time I hear that, why would we bring? You're gonna bring him here for what? So he can continue losing? No.
We don't need. Jimmy G wins games.
Thank you.
He wins. He wins games. I mean, look at his record, and I don't care if they say, "Well, Kyle propped him up." I don't care. He won.
The bottom line is Jimmy G is a winner. He wins way more than he loses.
Exactly. So I'm saying, Jimmy G, please come back. I want Jimmy G back, and I'm in the minority. I don't care if I'm in the minority.
I'm there with you. You got company. No worries.
Yes. Well, thank you. Thank you. So that's all that's on my mind right now. And, I don't even care about this game because if Jimmy G ain't playing in it, I mean, Nick Mullins is okay. You know, I know it's, let me say this. I know if Jimmy G was playing in this game, we would win for sure. We'll pray for him, okay?
Oh, I know.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Then we got this Chase Young individual on the other side. And we got Montez Sweat, and then we got
There's a guy in the middle that's tough, too. They got 4 first-round drafts. That one bruiser in the middle is just brutal. So, you know what? Yeah. I just want to make clear what you just said, bringing that other excellent point you made about using draft capital to go get a quarterback. Do people realize we don't have any money? We can't afford to be giving away no draft picks for a draft up for a quarterback, and we got one. You want to get a quarterback, you get it with one of the picks, not in the first round because we don't have any cornerback. Cynthia, we don't have one cornerback under contract right now at this hour.
I know. We got other needs. And to be honest, I will be critical, and I'm going to say it, and I don't care who doesn't like it. In 2017, Kyle Shanahan made a big miss by not either drafting Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson. He had the opportunity. He probably was blindsided because he kept thinking he was going to get Kirk Cousins. Yep. He should have been looking at them other quarterbacks. And that was his fault. That I blame him for, because if he had done that, we wouldn't be in this pickle where we are now. But right now, we got Jimmy G, and like you know, my husband is a diehard Eagles fan, he's listening to all this stuff. He goes, "Let me tell you, if San Francisco lets Jimmy G go on Wednesday, Jimmy G will have a job by Thursday."
I tell you, it's one thing I want to see is Jimmy healthy, and even he doesn't have to have a perfect offensive line, but get him a line out there. You know what another misconception is? People think Kyle's been trying to find. Remember last year, Cynthia, when Kyle says, "I've been looking for one of these, some of my wide receivers to step up." What does that tell you? That tell you Kyle's been drafting wide receivers every year. He doesn't have anybody he trusts. He didn't trust Jimmy. He's got one wide receiver he wouldn't got. Now he's got him. Now he's finally got him.
Now he's got him. Jimmy G is hurt. I want to see Jimmy G come back sometime this year and play the lights out of some shit. And
he may be able
as far as I'm concerned, put some of this crap to bed. I'm waiting for Jimmy G to come back. That's what I want to get off my chest today.
Don't worry. He'll be back next year because, like you're saying, 49ers are not going to give away their only chance to compete by getting rid of Jimmy G and bringing a rookie in. That is not going to happen. He may get his contract restructured, but they're going to say, okay, we'll get a quarterback behind Jimmy for a year, and if Jimmy gets hurt or he beats him out, we'll have a competition, then he gets a job. But saying we'll take a Super Bowl team and give it to a rookie, how silly is that?
The rookie is not going to take us to a Super Bowl. Come on, let's be real. Jimmy G will take us to a Super Bowl.
He already did it once.
He did it last year.
He can't get no credit. He can't get no credit. It was all about the defense. When you're talking to some people, they'll give you every reason in the world. Jimmy had nothing to do with it. Come on, man. This conversation's over. I'm done. Gosh, that's just too shallow for me. I can't believe when people say things like that.
I can't either. This man took us to a Super Bowl. I don't care if he ran on if the running game. You know, if we have a running game, we need to play the running game. And that does not take anything away from Jimmy G. So what if we had a running game? He
Cynthia,
took us to a Super Bowl.
And Cynthia,
You should
the best teams in the NFL have a defense and a run game. That's what you call football. Ain't nobody going in there with nothing but an aerial attack and no defense. Then you look like the Seahawks. And they ain't going nowhere.
Exactly. No, they ain't. But you know one thing I will say about the Seahawks, who I hate the Seahawks. But for some reason, they find a way to win with their little broke behind team, and that's because Russell Wilson. They got Russell Wilson. You know,
he is phenomenal.
He's one of the best. He's phenomenal, and I can't stand them. But you know, that's what it is. But
and Cynthia, Pete Carroll's a good coach, actually. They do have a good run game, most likely. Now, Chris Carson's back. Their defense is playing a little better. They may compete, but they're not going anywhere. See, we're having too much fun. Cynthia, we got to go. And
okay.
And
well, thanks for listening. I needed to get that off my chest, Ronbo.
I'm glad you did, too. I appreciated every word of it.
Thank you.
Good night, Cynthia.
Good night, Ronbo. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye. And see, the reason why that intelligent lady had so many good points is Cynthia's actually a lawyer. So you see, she brought an argument that would win in just about any court of football. Yes. Yeah. Hey, Jalen says, Seahawks, you better hope your QB doesn't get hurt. Oh, my God. Jalen Bolton, thank you for that contribution. I've always laughed about this. If Russell Wilson goes down, that's the end of the Seahawks as we know it. That's it. They didn't even have a second-string quarterback. Steven!
Ronbo! Hey! These 49 fans left me at the 100-yard line, Playboy! Oh, my God! What is going on?
Steven,
God.
Tonight, we're supposed to be predicting scores, but we're all over the place like we always generally do, because when we get together to talk football, 49 fans ain't playing. We talk football, Steven.
Exactly. So I'm going to go ahead and get the score out of the way just like the last caller did. I feel like we're probably going to beat them 20-13. 20-13.
See, that's another thing. We never lose optimism around here. We get a few people to decide we're not going to compete, but the optimism always rolls on. That's why I love y'all. Come on, man. Steven, give me some more, man.
Here's why. This is why I feel like we're going to win. Because you see, look at who they lost to. Look at their track record. Washington, they beat the undefeated team. But you also have to remember, they lost to the Giants not once, but twice. And on one of the, one of the run games that the Washington team had, they fumbled it, and it took 10 of their players to recover it. 10. How do you not catch a rolling ball? Like, I don't get it. You fumble it, and 10 of your players, 9 of the 10 couldn't catch it. And then even the Giants couldn't recover it. I'm like, I'm not even scared about Washington anymore.
That's
they have
football.
Alex Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. But, they have Alex Smith, but he's not mobile. He's a statue.
Yeah.
He's a statue. And you know what? We got young defensive ends, and we've got strong people on our lineup, Fred Warner being the case, Javon Kinlaw, Dre Greenlaw, that are going to eat that O-line up, and they're going to find a way to do it. So I have all the faith that we're going to get good numbers on the defense against Alex Smith. And you know what, Ronbo? And talking about next year, I'm concerned about next year. But you know what? I know I talked bad about Jimmy. I know I did when I first stopped on.
Don't feel bad.
I take it back. I take it back because we forget of what he did for us last year. With 1 year of training under Kyle, 1 year he got the whole playbook down and took us to the Super Bowl. Every shot was a dime for him. And you know what? Our QB situation, we're going to need to draft a QB. But what I say is, when we get him, we'll get what was his name? Ian Book. That's his name, from BYU, or we can get not BYU, Notre Dame, or Zach Wilson.
Loves him.
Yeah, so we can get those two QBs, one or the other, and then have Nick Mullins as third string if the new QB gets good. Literally stick that new QB, stick the new kid with Jimmy G to the hip like a tumor.
Yeah, you know what?
And he'll be all right.
Nick's, I think if anybody's leaving next year, it's probably Nick, especially if they pick up another quarterback. Because CJ's definitely out of here. You know what? Wait a minute. I may speak to, if CJ's on this team next year, there's going to be a lot of whispering around the Niner Empire. Why is CJ here? We don't have any positions on the roster now. We don't have any extra money. And CJ's still rolling around here doing what?
Doing nothing but giving the other team the ball. Let's put it that way.
Oh, God. This has got to be, that's it for CJ. Oh, man.
You know, and it's scary because John Lynch confirmed that, oh, yeah, Trent Williams is a top priority. Trent Williams wants to be with the 49ers.
Yeah, he wants to, too.
Trent Williams is a very high-paying player.
You know, we're going to get rid of so many guys next year. People think that, well, we got to get rid of Jimmy or cut his salary. Jimmy is not the only person we can draw funding from. I can go down a list. I got about 10 guys I can get rid of. We're going to have a program where we can start making sacrifices. Because I'm telling you, everybody thinks, I don't need Solomon Thomas. Everybody knows we don't need Solomon Thomas anymore. I feel bad about what happened to him. We don't need Solomon Thomas. We've had enough of D Ford. He can't play. Let's think about Weston Richburg, who's never on the field. And if he does come back, he's only back for a few minutes. Kwaski T spends an inordinate amount of time every year playing. He's okay. But you look at what possibly could be happening with Tavares did mess up last week, but he doesn't get enough playing time. We could get guys in there and work with them. We could get rid of some of these high salaries who would be playing next year. There's enough money right there for Trent Williams. That's more than enough right there. You know, and there's some other guys too. And and Richie James, he better do something between now and the end of the season. I'm thinking about maybe I've had enough of him too.
Oh my God!
You know,
don't even start it on Richie James.
Yeah, Richie, that fumble off your helmet. How many times have you made that play? What are you doing?
Exactly. How many times do you do that?
We didn't need to lose to the Saints,
Ronbo,
Steven. God.
Ronbo, I could do that same exact play with my eyes closed and still be able to catch it. I don't know what he was thinking or what, like if he spaced out or what, but for some odd reason, he dropped it. Another thing I want to add is I want the NFL to stop PED testing Deebo Samuel whenever he puts up numbers.
Don't you love that? What are you picking on us for? God. Your referees treat us, and now you're picking on my players. And you know what? You can't say it's nothing personal because why is it being called it all the time? Whoa!
Yeah, why is it always Deebo Samuel? At the forefront of the 49ers PED testing, it's always Deebo Samuel. It was never Mostert, not even all the carries he got last season. It was always traced back to Deebo. Why is it to Deebo? Why Deebo? Is it because he's doing good?
Catalyst of this team, and they know you get rid of Deebo and you ruin their offensive chances. Deebo is the spark plug on that offense. When him and George Kittle are out there together doing their thing, it is tough to beat the Niners, and they know this. Yo, man,
they know it. They know it. They have no other answer for it. So what are we gonna do?
I'm surprised I'm surprised they haven't called George in, you know? Just start to pick it at the 49ers.
I'm surprised either. I'm like, why? Ronbo, it irritates me. You know what? I hope Deebo pops off on Washington in the spirit of Tommy Tiny Lister. The guy
I know. That's the guy just passed. I know. I can't believe Deebo's gone. Deebo 2, should I say.
You know,
okay.
You know what? I hope he pops off, and I hope Trent Williams plays his ass off against Washington for all the shit they put him through.
Him and Jordan Reed. Fam, we got to go. Hey, Steven, good stuff, fam. I'll see you game time, all right?
All right, I'll see you game time.
Looking for you. Night,
remember,
fam.
Ronbo,
hey.
We in the community.
Psyched. Stay up. Niner fans for life.
Exactly.
All right, fam. Have a good night.
Oh. Yeah, what's up, bro?
You got your speaker feedback.
Ronbo, just give me 10 minutes, Ronbo.
Can do. Okay.
Appreciate it.
No problem. See, you know what worries about what Alex is doing to pump them people up in Washington? But you know how badly he wants. I heard he was really talking to him too. Also, the Washington team is not happy about us. Remember at the end of the game, we were out there sliding through the water. You know they haven't forgotten about that. Hey, George.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
George, man, it's pregame time. When we feel we feel better now than we will maybe after the game. Maybe not. Maybe we'll feel great after the game and singing ooh la la. But our team, we've lost a little musculature this year, George. And so, prediction night. George, give me some reasoning as to what you think is going to happen come Sunday.
Well, their defense is pretty good.
Oh, to say the least.
But
My
you guys,
God, they're fighting.
Like, I will always be faithful. I will always look at this positive. So I feel that we're gonna run the same offense we ran on the Rams for having Donald.
You have to.
You know, so where it's and Shanahan should practice his screens a little bit more because
we've all begged for
that's when you can beat a blitzing. You know, someone who's rushing you hard and everything.
And aggressive,
you know,
right?
with screens.
Yeah.
Look at how other teams eliminated Nick Bosa when they played us. They were trying to run some screens because
you got to get rid of that ball before he gets off that line of scrimmage. That's right. Or he's going to get you. He's going to get you.
Honestly, if we can do that, then I can see us winning by 3 touchdowns.
You know, because Washington, because Alex can't move. And if you're going to stand there behind the line of scrimmage and not get out of the way, I think our guys can get to that.
Our defense is going to bounce back, I'm hoping, because they looked terrible last game. So I feel they're going to come even harder than this.
Yeah, and they got to redeem themselves for last week. They know they played their worst football last week. So Washington could be in trouble. Maybe they could play better than that.
And also for, I believe it's Elliott with the son. The recovering son.
Oh, yeah. Tyel, yeah.
Yeah. I know I didn't call that one day, but I was also, you know, making sure that his son, you know, everything went great with them.
Oh, yeah. He's
I mean,
he's
if you're
fine
part
now.
of the faithful, you're part of the faithful, your family. So
that's right.
You know, everybody's looking out for each other. And also Cynthia, man. She had it on Jimmy G because I've been defending Jimmy as well. The thing about Jimmy is that he has that accuracy, and he's not mobile like he first came in because obviously the torn ACL. But that's the main reason why Kyle Shanahan doesn't want a mobile quarterback because if they run, they're about to tear something up pretty hard, or you know. And get knocked out.
And George, I'm glad you pointed out because here's something else people don't understand about Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan wants a guy that can do his offense. That means you need to keep your eyes downfield. Now, if you're a quarterback first and you can run, he probably doesn't have a problem with that. But if you're a runner that's posing as a quarterback, he ain't gonna want nothing to do with you. That's just the way it is. He didn't draft RG3 that year. He drafted Kirk Cousins, which is why the owner is still. And RG3, they just built a program around him. But that wasn't Shanahan football. That was a design for RG3. You know, this is why I tell people, and he could run. Everybody thinks it's all about the quarterback running, when really it's how well the offensive line can protect that quarterback in the pocket. He doesn't need all day to throw, but for God's sakes, give him a couple of seconds. And his wide receivers need to be on point. That's why when he had the Falcons, he had Julio, he had Sanu, he had Taylor Gabriel, he had some crackpot tight ends, he had Alex Mack at center. That's the formula for him right there. That's where Shanahan could just dominate. 7th best, most productive offense in NFL history. That's why. Not because the quarterback's running all over the field.
So my score is going to be 31-13.
31 points for 49ers.
We're going to take that. First touchdown. First touchdown is going to be Debo and dedicated to Debo. Because, you know, he passed away today. So
I hope he says
I
that.
believe Debo's
game.
going to get that first touchdown and yank some chains on the field. So
That would be awesome.
You know.
Oh man.
But that's all I wanted to say, Rombo.
Hey,
Thanks
George,
for
that was
accepting my
plenty.
call.
Appreciate it, fam. Anytime.
And to those guys on the chat, you already know. As long as they're here listening to us, that's like Cat Williams said, you need haters. You know, and if you ain't got no haters, hate on me. So they're here and they're not in their own YouTube videos or whatever it is. So
because their teams are
that's
basically
it, man. We're faithful. I still have hope for the playoffs, so let's see how we do, man.
We'll see. When they get there, we're going to be some standing ovation everywhere across the Niner Empire. All right, fam.
Yes,
George,
sir.
great to hear from you. We'll see
All
you
right, man.
during the game, after the game, too. All right? Have a good night.
For sure, man. Have a good night, man.
You too. And Bethel. We're getting a lot of Bethel a lot. He's available these days. Bethel.
Hey.
Hey, Bethel, man. We're doing our pregame get up. We got this. Yeah, but Bethel, everybody's pointing out some things that I had. The Washington offense, their team is all about that defense. They may not. The 49ers could. Kyle Shanahan might be able to actually out-scheme these guys. I may be premature in my worry. Nick's not going to stand there and wait for that defensive line to come and kill him. No! Kyle's got something planned for that. He's got to. He knows about that.
Yeah, because I was watching some of the Washington game, and I seen the only thing he was doing is he was dinking and dunking. That's
Alex. Yeah.
That's the only way he will keep that defense off of him, because he will have somebody and throw it right away. And the one main person he threw a lot to was his running back. And because I've seen that guy open a lot, and sometimes it's tight end, but it's
that guy Logan. Yeah, that tight end.
Yeah,
it wasn't all that great until recently. Alex Smith is using him a lot.
Yeah, because the thing is, when you see that defense front chat, you need your safe person
to use a tight
that
end
you could throw to right away. Yeah. And and that's the only way you could keep a defense like that, in bay. And and one bad thing that I seen, that a lot of our players, it looked like their heads wasn't in the game. It looked like they were not communicating, and it looked like they were. It didn't affect them the last game, but probably all this what happened to them probably affect them this game.
Bethel,
so,
you know what?
That's why
you know what, though? You point out very, very, very serious thing. The 49ers just got told, pack up your stuff. We're moving to Arizona. I don't know how that would affect me if all of a sudden I gotta say goodbye to everybody, family, everybody else, and I know it's gonna be for the rest of the season, because California is in trouble right now. We're not playing no more football in California this year. So, it has a little effect. Mostert was crying while he's doing his press conference. This is like hard on him. We're not doing well. Everybody's got to get up. We got to move to Arizona for the rest of the season. And maybe last week they weren't ready for that. They may have adjusted now, though, and they might be ready to play. We'll see.
Yeah, so that's why you can't give them a really hard time, because you don't know how it feels to have your family basically. You can't even see your family, and you don't know how it affects certain people. So if they were kind of off, or they were kind of not into the game, and it affected them, just because you're probably thinking about something, may affected you in the game. So you don't know what kind of mindset the players were thinking. That's probably why they had a bad game.
I really do think so.
So.
Because, as I say, I can't believe they couldn't let. Well, maybe it's more dangerous in Arizona. I was thinking, can the 49ers move their family to Arizona for this few weeks? And it's hard to find a place to live, I guess. You just can't ride into a town and find an apartment to rent, or a house or whatever. So.
So it could be hard. Because if you look at it, our coach, said everything's all fine with our players, and some of our players are saying, they're not fine with some of the stuff that is happening. So, there's not a lot of good communication. So, you don't know how, that kind of stuff would
How that affects
affect,
you, unless you go
people.
through it. I know.
Yeah. So, another thing, we don't want what happened to us with Kaepernick and Alex Smith. Remember, because Kaepernick wasn't didn't have that what is it called, that experience that he had.
Yeah.
If Kaepernick would have had more experience, we probably would have won that Super Bowl. But because he didn't have the experience, we didn't win it. But if you had an experienced quarterback there, it will make a lot
of difference.
Will make everything, yeah.
That's why when
and
people
then-
start talking about drafting a kid in here, give him the ball, and take a Super Bowl ready team to the Super Bowl, oh, come on, man. That is not going to happen. And you know what would happen? Our guys who are already ready to go, they'd be frustrated out there. Oh, man, Coach, help me with this. Who is this dude? Oh, man. I was wide open. He missed me by 30 miles. So. It's
it's
a
like
scary
Nick,
experience.
if he had that little bit more experience, little bit better accuracy, a lot of those big plays that he if he would have hit perfect, would have made a big difference in this game. This game reminded me as a New Orleans game where our defense was getting torched and Jimmy G was making those critical throws to win the games to win the game for us and to, get us to there so we could win that game.
Mm-hmm.
Because
because Kyle let him have the ball. Everybody thinks Kyle doesn't trust Jimmy. That's why we run the ball all the time. Kyle, do you guys know what a game plan is? If Kyle calls for that game plan, he has a reason for it. It's not hating on Jimmy. People assume that because they hate Jimmy, so they think Kyle hates him too, which is unreasonably stupid.
If something's working for you, you stay with the plan. You don't. Yeah.
Football 101. The high percentage play is run the ball. So when we run the ball, that's because we don't trust Jimmy.
Hey, we don't want to be like the Cowboys, where if you see right now, everybody was hating on Dak Prescott. Now a lot of people are saying, no, look at their offense. They're not getting the same numbers with how they were getting when Dak was there.
They don't have that super-powered offensive line anymore. And Zeke is having trouble too. See, these are basic things that people will not give Jimmy the benefit of the doubt, but the kind of Bethel, we're out of time. Bethel, did you give me a score? Give me your score.
I'm thinking it's gonna be a defense fight, because last time we played these people, it was a defense fight, and
kinda,
it was pure field goals. Yeah, last year, and a lot of if a lot of the players that are still there last year, they probably didn't like what happened there, so
they're pissed off.
Probably they're gonna gonna be pissed off. So it's gonna be either 10-13. It's gonna be a 3-point game difference, or something, because
they're gonna play us tough. No, you're right.
I'm thinking, and I'm
13,
thinking because all the hype is on us. That makes things different.
We really got to stop though. I'll see you after the game. All right.
All right. Good show, Ronbo, and
thanks, man.
Hit that like for Ronbo Sport, even though you're a hater. Come on.
they have to. We're gonna throw them out of here. All right, fam.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
All right. Good night.
Oh God. And Bubble says $90 million in injuries, hardest schedule in the league, home field taken away. The list goes on. No favors from the refs equals a 5-7 record. You can't be any worse than 2021. Well, I tell you what, 2021 better not have this same scenario. Oh, no. Hey, Christopher Bohannon. I haven't heard that name in a long time. Thanks, Christopher. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, let's not have a repeat of 2020. Please. You know what? Everything, but don't take all my players away. I mean, no, I don't want to go through COVID. But I'm saying, no, the pandemic. Actually, they're releasing things right now that can stop that friggin' pandemic. For next year, they say by September, people should start saying large examples of what we once were like. And you know something, fam? Never again will I take our lives for granted. It could be taken away by a pandemic just like that. Look at this. Alice, are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Well, Alice, as you know, we're going all over the place tonight. We were supposed to be talking about but we've talked about the pandemic. And of course, we always talk about Jimmy and in the roster. And of course, we finally get around to talking about the game that's coming up Sunday. Anyway, you want to start? Alice, jump on in there, man.
Yeah, man. It's definitely having a large effect just on how the system is and what everybody's accustomed to, man. And I talked a lot about before the season started, being able to mentally adjust to the circumstances, because in itself, just playing the sport, it's a lot of mental and, to go with that physical. And, that's just one aspect. But considering these restrictions in the day-to-day life and how these guys are having to be subjected to these random tests and just all these different things. And now they can't even play, in their hometown and, got to be away from their families. A lot of this stuff is a major adjustment, man. So,
and you walk in and tell you're positive. God,
yeah.
Everything else, I'm positive. Yes. Really?
Yeah, man.
I can see me arguing.
Big love, man. And shout out to all the players, man, doing their best to stay disciplined and play,
yeah.
and at a high level in the midst of all of it, But yeah, I don't know, Ronbo. It's looking like it can go either way. I remember how close it was last year when we played Washington, even though they only had one or two wins or 3 wins or something last year.
We had to fight our ass off to win that game.
We had the mud pit. Yeah, we had to. We damn near killed ourselves for them 8 points or 9 points or whatever the hell that was.
I think it was. Yeah. I think we did get one. It wasn't double digit, was it? We won 9-3.
It was like 8-7 or something. It was the 8-7, or I don't know. Somebody remembers in here, but it was
close.
9-7,
and wasn't a lot of points
9-8.
scored. But we were playing in a swimming pool.
Yeah. But like I said, it was a dog. We had to fight for it, So as long as it's a damn fight at the end of the day, I'm be satisfied. I don't know what kind of momentum, they got some momentum right now, and so we gotta match their intensity. The offensive line is in trouble. I don't know how they're gonna hold up. I just hope that Nick comes out of there as unscathed as possible, and no concussions, no out of the game type situations for him. I'm just a little concerned about the offensive line more than I am even of our secondary or anything like that. And they got McLaurin, and their weaponry isn't really all crazy.
That's that dude
on
in the
offensive
interior
side of the ball.
Is that his name, McLaurin? Is that dude in the interior defensive line? Yeah, and he's got
he's a receiver.
Oh,
McLaurin is a receiver. You talking about Young?
Yeah, well,
Young and that other guy.
But they got a guy in the interior. He's as mean as everybody else on that line. I'm
Yeah.
telling you,
I
I'm
know you're
worried
talking
about Nick.
Kerrigan or something.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Last
All I
name
know
Kerrigan
is they
or
got
something?
4. They look like us from last year. 4 first-round picks, and all of them are dangerous.
Yep. Following the blueprint.
Yeah.
Following a real good blueprint at that. But we gotta really. I don't know what's going on with Debo and this contusion. I'm concerned about that. Are we actually gonna even have Debo out?
Coach said he's
Did he
okay.
come to practice today?
He looked good today.
Huh?
Yeah, he looked good today.
Okay.
According to Shanahan.
Okay, well, good.
Because we got to lose a man a week, This is just a man a week, sometimes 2. We're going to run out of players
What are you
at
feeling
this
like?
rate. Debo is probably going to play tomorrow. I'm worried about. Mostert said it won't be 100% this year. I can tell you that right now. He says that high ankle sprain. It's just like Jimmy. Just like Jimmy may have something else going on with his, but Mostert says that will hurt you anytime. You think you're all right, but you're not.
Yeah.
And when he said that, I says, "Oh man, that means we can't see that 4.3 speed." Mostert, don't talk like this. Come on, man, you're fine.
Yeah.
God.
And we need to get Austin Walter in there, and we need to start utilizing him and let him get some burst and take some of these defenses, put them on their heels, and just switch it up a little bit. Throw him in there. He's worthy of a player or two. Kyle, shit, give him 3 carries. See what he does.
Because Ellis, last week again, less than 50 yards apiece between Mostert and Jeffrey Wilson Jr. And you and I both know both of those guys are capable of a 100 yards. I don't care who they're playing. So you know they're feeling those ankles. Man.
Yeah, did you see? Remember, Jet McKinnon almost almost got 28 yards on that. Remember that run when we were at third down and something?
I know who it was.
He almost got that first down. I said, Jet, where in the hell is that?
Is that explosion bid, right? I don't know who it was.
Let's get those. Let's just run those identical plays for Jet once or twice a game when the defense is right, and let's get Jet some shine and get him some momentum. But the other plays we were running for him, he's not doing well with the ball.
See,
and he's not moving around. But whatever the hell that play was, that third and 28,
that time.
Boy, we almost got there. Shit, he ran 22 yards or something.
Ellis, he needs to put, I don't know if Jet's got enough speed for it, maybe something wrong, but he needs to put Jet out in a position where he can work the linebackers. That's why they brought him over here for, because he runs great routes. And you know what, though? They haven't worked together long enough between, oh, God, it's been a bad season. Man.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because we may never really get to see the full potential of what Jerick McKinnon was on the San Francisco 49ers, just like Carlos Hyde, just like a lot of the other guys that we've had on our team that have either fallen off or played and had better careers or, still been able to maintain. But we're never going to know what was going to come of him because Jet won't be here next year.
Probably not. I
don't think him or TC are going to be there.
Yeah, I don't
think him or TC. I'm worried about Juszczyk. He may not be. Because they're concerned about money. It's getting to that point again. I'm a bit concerned about all this money situation and these problems. And everybody's going to have a bit of money problems, too. So everyone's not going to be able to keep all the same damn players that they got either. A lot of teams around in the NFL are going to have that problem. But unfortunately for us, we were so deep. And it's going to hurt us a lot more.
Ellis, I need to get your score. We're going to go. What do you got for this game?
Let's do... Let's do 28. 28 San Francisco, our Niners, and let's give 21. Give 21 to the Washington football team.
Right.
Almost.
We'll come out fired up Sunday.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, Ellis.
Yeah. Let's get it, man. Yeah, let's go. We ain't no tapping out. The last game, Bills caught us by surprise. So, that was just. It was really simplistic what they did. And it can happen with Alex, so we got to make sure we stay on top of that. I think Fred and a lot of those guys learn from it in the coverage. But peace and love, Brother Ronbo. Thank you again for the platform, as always.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Ellis.
Stay strong. Y'all stay on top. Shout out to the Niners faithful. Peace.
Hey, that Ellis. And Johnny V.
Ronbo, my brother, what's happening?
John, man, we're sitting here like, you know how we do. We start talking about our team, going all different directions. But John, I tell you, I'm eating the hype. I want to advise, fam, all Niner fans, watch out watching ESPN and the NFL networks and things like that. They're making Washington look bigger than life. I think I might have drank that Kool-Aid. You know what? They've got a great defensive line. Make no mistake about it. They are some scary individuals, but we don't necessarily have to get buried. We'll be fine. John, what do you think?
I think Ronbo. I mean, at this point, we we got a chance. I mean, why not? I mean, we put up Nick threw 3 touchdowns against Buffalo. He could get the ball. He could get the ball rolling. I mean, they got to keep Chase Young out of his
face and
out of his
Montez
lap.
Sweat.
Yeah, his face. But I mean, I think at this point, I don't know what the hell I think anymore, Ronbo. What the hell am I talking about? Last year we were sliding around on the field like a big ass slip and slide. This year,
I know, and I think they're still
we
pissed
go out
off
there.
about
We try
that.
to do anything. Sure they are. Here we can't even walk straight without getting hurt. So I mean, we're not going to be flipping around or messing around. I mean, we're going to try to win. I think we're gonna get a shot, Ronbo. I mean, other than that, everybody thinks that the 49ers next year, brother, are going to bridge a quarterback that's going to learn Kyle Shanahan's system in the first season. And then they're going to go to the draft, and they're going to draft the Messiah quarterback that's going to come in and learn the system in 1 year also. And then those dudes are going to duel it out, and then we're going to have a starter, and Jimmy G will be a thing of the past. Come on, man. We can't even. We're like a degenerate gambler, Rumble. We don't have any money. We're making promises. We're not going to do shit.
It's like a Disney movie, right? With a nice sweet ending,
right?
And everybody lives happily ever after.
Right, it's ridiculous. So I mean, I think Ronbo, we have a good shot. I think we have a good shot. I say we win. I say we win 27-17.
As I said, John, they may have adjusted. They had to uproot all of a sudden as they're getting told on the plane. I mean, I don't know. Santa Clara, that was a classless move. Why couldn't you wait till they landed and talk to them? You don't have to tell them. Find out on the road, guys, pack your crap, and you're moving out. You're not playing any more football in Levi Stadium this year or in the next 3 weeks. We'll be after that. No, you won't. You're telling us that now so we don't argue. Went 3 weeks?
Right.
Who are you trying to fool? Just tell us to get out. And by the way, if I'm Jed, I say, listen, I'm not paying for that last 4 weeks of the season. You're going to have to depreciate on that that fee. I wonder what they'll say then.
I mean, if I'm Jed, I'm raising hell for a number of reasons, Ronbo. The NFL now it's just getting blatantly obvious that they're just shitting on us.
Yeah,
and it's not cool. Santa Clara, man, that was classless, man. You know. Ronbo.
And calling Debo in every few minutes for PED testing.
Yeah.
And what is that?
Right. I mean, what? I mean, what is he? Because Ronbo, they have to torment us. They got to torment us.
They still Bill Vinovich out there to do the Super Bowl. That was torment enough to last years.
Right. Oh, Ronbo, that just. Oh my God! Bring him in for his eyes checked. Check him for PEDs and every other guy.
Or some kind of paraphernalia. What the hell is wrong with him and his crew? They all. Oh my God!
Oh, Ronbo, they're dirty, brother. They will forever go down in my book as some of the shit.
John, I tell you what, that's why I'm worried about this game, because Washington team hasn't done a damn thing in how long, and they just got rid of several people. They got a new coach in there that just survived cancer. Calls made Sunday. They're going to be very questionable. I can almost promise it. Watch and see. We're going to be sitting there wondering, what the hell was that? Where is the foul?
Yeah.
And you're going to hear the guys in New York, I probably wouldn't have made that call, but they're not, they reviewed it, and they're not, we can't overturn that call.
I've heard a lot of those this season, Ronbo. I've heard a lot of those this season from New York.
The analyst from New York said, I probably wouldn't have made that call, right? Jesus.
Yep. It's going to be something. Trent Williams is going to go up against his old team. Kyle Shanahan's got a grudge. You know, Ronbo, it might be a good one. This might be a good one.
You're right. We've got 3 people just as pissed off with Washington as Washington is with us about sliding in the water and celebrating last year. I forgot about that.
Yep. Trent Williams got to play around with Chase Young for a few days before he was shipped out to San Francisco.
Yeah.
There's nothing going to be there. It'll be interesting, man. It's going to be. I honestly think if San Francisco can win the next 2, Ronbo, let's settle into our new home. It's not the. It's not the field of jeans, but it's decent.
Arizona's nice this time of year. Anyway.
Sure. Why not? I mean, I think we have a fair chance. I mean, I've said that all season, and look what we got. yeah, we're going to do this, Ronbo. We're going to do that. And everything ends up, right in our face. But
I tell you, if we compete in this game, I just want, because if we can deal with the Rams front four, we may not struggle so badly against Washington.
Yeah, I see your point, Ronbo. I mean, they always take everything. I feel like we always get discredited for the way that we handle teams. Like we handle the Rams, and they're talking about the Rams like they're the best defense and the best offense, and we play them so well because they're similar. And then that's why people, well, you know what, your coaches are similar. They were buddies. They got the same mentality. Just one's a little better than the other. Why can't we just ever have a win?
When somebody says
win?
that, John, well, 2 years ago, you said that Don McVay was the toast of California. What happened?
Yeah.
2 years in a row, we stopped toasting, huh?
Yeah. I saw it on Twitter, Ronbo. They call McVay the Kmart version of Kyle
McVay. They better realize McVay got a lot of what he does from Kyle Shanahan, and people seem to have forgotten that.
Right.
And they're already picking. The Rams should win the NFC West, and then of course there's Stephen A. Smith. I don't know, Max. I beg to differ. I do believe that the Seahawks are in a good position now. They look like they're ready to play. They got Carson Wentz back. The defense is playing better football.
Yep.
I don't think so, because the fact of the matter is, one thing about it is, pretty much the Rams own the Seahawks, pretty much like the 49ers own the Rams.
Yeah.
Whoa! There is some truth to it, though. And I tell you.
We've let the narrative rumble. We've let the narrative. We've let the narrative that Jimmy G's not familiar with Kyle Shanahan's system anymore, and that he just doesn't have it.
Yeah.
It's really just a lot of the fans and social media that have just made this snowball effect. I'd like to see how we fare with. We don't have money to bring people in. Like you said, you could think of 5 guys we could cut right now and take care of Trent.
And also
my priority.
And Sean, next time you see somebody said we could draft up with what? Well, every draft pick we got, we
right,
need.
Rumbo. Cynthia was right. She was right. She really blew the brakes off the bus, man. That was awesome. Hats off to her. She's right. We don't have a damn thing to bargain. We got empty promises. What do they think we've got?
And John,
we have to handle everything in-house.
We're going to hold a whole evening on this, but what we don't have, we're going to go for a quarterback, and we don't have one cornerback under contract right now. We've got an offensive line that needs plugging up, and we're going to draft. We're going to use draft capital and go get a quarterback. Oh, somebody's smoking some major bad dope. Change your dealer. My God, makes no sense.
Whoa. That's great. That's funny, Ronbo. That's a good one, brother. It's true, though, man. I mean, we do have a lot of problems in-house that we have to wrap up. This is bullpucky, dude. We've got a lot that we have to take care of. This team, at one point, Ronbo, there were a bunch of strangers in the middle of the season playing for us. There are people from all over the place. I don't even remember who the hell they were.
Some of them are gone already. Some of them came and went.
Yeah. A lot of them came and went. Sure. Hurt themselves, broke their legs, tore their ACLs, tore biceps.
And John, who's that? Remember that guy remember that guy that came over and helped us in that Miami game? He's gone. And from boy, every play, right to him. Every play, and they scored on every time. I said, man, who is this guy? Robert Saleh. Who is this guy? Well, we just got him over here in a trade yesterday, from practice squad the other day. Why is he starting Robert? My God. And here comes Spoon a few minutes later. Okay, Coach, I guess I can play. Spoon, you son. If I was the coach, he would have got cussed out. You know what I'm saying? Because that's his Spoon. You mean you can play now? After you watch that dude, 21 points, Akello. Yep. Thank you. And now you're ready to play.
Yeah.
See,
so true,
we've had some weird antics on our squad this year, But
sure we have, Ronbo. We have.
It'll end.
Ronbo, it is what it is, brother. At this point, like you said, I can't wait. You can't wait for the seison to be over. I can't wait for the season to be over.
Yeah,
if it's exciting, great. If it's not, no
Let's
no
just
sweat.
move on.
We have to retool and get this team back on.
Absolutely. The most important thing to me right now is get that vaccine out there. Let's get everybody vaccinated up. Let's stop spreading this disease. They say that by April, we could have full penetration across the population. So John, that kind of means even for those who don't want to get the vaccination, you'll have it to a point where by September, we could see some form of normalization return around the world. And fans in the stands next year, John, oh, God, I just give anything to see that. This weirdness that we're having to survive and endure and adjust to. We're never going to adjust to it, John. We're never going to adjust to this way of living.
It's not what we're not designed for this cooped up shit, Ronbo. We're not designed for this, man.
We're not. This is not we're not used to third world.
We're
living.
a functional society, right?
You know,
that's true. That's a damn good way to put it, Ronbo. We're not This is not a third world civilization. This is the age of technology, and we're cooped up. We're a very functional society. This doesn't work for us.
And
John, you're right, brother. You're right.
And it gets worse. And we're actually out on the food chain. COVID, the predator. You walk out and you make a mistake, it eats you up. Whoa, no defense. It's like a mouse out there against a lion. So now we got some equalizer. Get that SOB out of here. God.
Yeah. That's true, Ronbo.
That's right.
The whole world's like the Niners battling injuries right now. The whole world, we're just trying to get ahead of ourselves, man. We can't even. We take two steps forward, take three back. Ronbo.
5 or 6 back, I know. John, we're having way too much fun again. Hey, John, I'll see you after the game, though, okay?
You bet it. Ronbo, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for everything you do for us, man. I love you, brother. Love the show. Take care. Good night. Be safe.
Hey, have a good night.
Good night.
Yeah. And then I tell you, those days of wine and roses when they do return, gotta embrace them. If this time next year we're saying, remember 2020, and we're smiling, my God. But I wanna retract that statement just because there's a lot of people who did lose people, and I just realized Cynthia's one of them. And Cynthia, I meant that in a way where I really wish we could bring everybody in your family back and enjoy next year if they only could have been with us a little while longer, because I really do think it's over. And anybody else that may have suffered, my heart goes out to you. We all know somebody, or else somebody who knows somebody. Keep those prayers growing. Looks like we're heading in that right direction. Hey, Bobo, 49ers 24, Washington 17, and respects to Alex Smith. Hey, you know what? Can't hate on Alex Smith. Ain't that the gospel truth? Man. I think I'm going to go eat, because I like to eat late night. I like to eat all the time, actually. I'll be in your face, at your place. I hope it's a good game. I just want a good game. You don't have to win it. Just make us proud, right? See you game time. Don't forget to like. I know! Ah.